Vibe blowing at the jack, got the loud jumping at the bag. Everything I'm on slack. Everything I do is got the band jumping at the bag. Vibe blowing at my jack, got the loud jumping at the bag. Everything I'm on slack.
We've been with the Brazilians. This would be the first.
They wild, I think.
I'm innocent.
Bro, you hear that guy? What's going on, everybody? It is Coach Greg Adams back in here with another YouTube live stream. Shout out to the Coach Gang. And that's you for being in here, being involved, and being active on this YouTube channel. And welcome back to the Wake Up Show from Costa Rica. Yeah. Shit, it's loud. Part of the Free Agent Lifestyle podcast here on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. You in here with the Bruce Wayne. It is Ish, the king of kings, the king of content, and the speaker of truth. Yours truly, the notorious one, a.k.a. Mr. Coachellini, better known as the prognosticator, Coach Stradamus. And you're in the Desert Storm bunker with none other than, well, you're in the Costa Rican Desert Storm bunker with another, let me do it over. And you're in the Costa Rican tropical Desert Storm bunker with none other than EWF. That is every woman's fantasy and the whole fucking show. I'm the CEO, Nigero of Fixes Binds LLC, Costa Rica. The unbinder, the undebatable, the undisputed best educator here on YouTube. You can call me Senor Gregorio Graybeard. The Costa Rican ladies love to call me Mr. Third Leg Greg. Also, the man with no trabajo. I am the Mitch Slapper, the anointed one extraordinaire. The founding father of the After Pill, the Morpheus of the Matey Matrix, the Chocolatey Confucius, the Black Moses, the Deliverer, also known as the man that walks in the spirit of Elijah. I'm the man with more nicknames than anyone in the game, but in case you forget those names, just call me CGA, God Allah. And I'll be the 14-time demonetized champion of YouTube. We are back for my last stream in Costa Rica. I'm having a great time. I was on an excursion this morning, so I got a late start, and I'm headed out on an excursion tomorrow, going to the Volcano Mountains out here. And I'll be on the evening excursion as well with some señoritas, I'm pretty sure. But it's been a great trip. And yeah, it's a good time coming out here. But anyway, we got a great show for you today. Why is this woman upset that men know their worth? She wants to know how men know their worth. All right. Yes, people still have their head up their ass, apparently, related to these dating and relationship marketplaces, which is why I'll have content at least for the next 10 years. I just have to stay alive on this platform. But we will continue to have content because the normies are catching up finally. So we got that. And we got It's an Evil World We Live In and Straggle and Snickle Theater. But to contribute to today's show, $ the Notorious CGA on the Cash App. Venmo, Coach Greg Adams TV. PayPal is paypal.me/Coach Greg Adams. And that is near the top of the description box on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. And I think you can super chat by clicking the link on the top of the live chat on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. Did I save it? New world order. Did I pin it up there? I don't even know if I pinned it up there. But let me check if we can click the link on the top of the live chat on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. Let me see if we are able to do that. I know there's a lot going on. But yes, we got a great show for you today. It's been a long evening. And boy, are the binds outrageous out here. So I guess I didn't click the, okay. All right. I see what I did. All right. It's not ready. I think I posted it, but I didn't pin it to the top of the live chat on the Free Agent Lifestyle channel. So I got to do it again. And again, I got to do it live. All right. And you know what else I didn't do? I didn't turn on the air conditioning. So it's hotter than a motherfucker in here right now. All right. It's hot as hell. But shout out to you, brothers. It is Valentine's Day for you lovers. Secret lovers. Yeah, it's what we are. Do you guys have secret loves? Maybe you guys have secret lovers. Yeah. All right. So it is Valentine's Day for you lover boys and lover girls out there. Did you guys get any Valentines? Did you get any flowers and roses and chocolates and teddy bears and Teddy Grahams? Did you guys send your 304s, your roster, some Valentine's gifts? Right? If you have a roster, you want to make sure you send them some Valentine's Day cards, send them a gift. All right. Anyway, let's get to the earlier contributions. This may not be a long live stream. It should be under 2 hours today. Number one, because the heat is on. All right. And number two, I need to get my bedroom made up because of last night's activities. Right. Because today's activities are going to be colliding with last night's activities. Last night, I made love for the very first time in Costa Rica. Shout out to Mr. Ant the Great. People pick and choose what they want to use from the Bible. The Bible also speaks of being successful, having dominion, and living in abundance. But many people in the Bible that were the apple of God's eyes were imperfect people. People run with morality because it's the least effort. That was from yesterday. All right. Shout out to you. I need to give no government names. 3 live chats from yesterday. Okay. And let me see if I can do this right here. The Major League says, Coach, it is time to come out with the Free Agent Lifestyle cologne. You ain't lying, bro. That would be a big one. That would be a hit. All right. We about to come out with the Free Agent Lifestyle real apparel line. Yeah, cologne. Yes, we got to do that. All right. No government name wants us to mention that. Okay. All right. He doesn't want me to read the donation out, but he said he's winning. All right, Gen Z man winning. He's got 2. Yeah, he's getting his certs up. He says he's happy with his job and his income that he makes. And he says, I'm future-proofing myself. All right, shout out to you. He's future-proofing himself. Let's keep it going. And by the way, he did have some chats from yesterday, so I might as well say him today. All right, and so I'm going to read them off today because they were probably good questions. Okay. He says this is going to be... Okay, I've mentioned those already. All right, he says, I remember when I enlisted doing fireworks in the barracks. I saw a girl enter 4 different rooms in one night. I remember reading that yesterday. He says some religious people like to hope and pray instead of being pragmatic. Here's an idea. Anytime a religious person needs help or assistance and you're able to solve their problems instead of solving it, just say that, unfortunately, I'll pray for you and then walk off. We'll just leave it up to the Lord. I'm going to pray for you. Yeah, I'm going to pray you get your rent paid this month. Yeah, and see how they like that. And he says it would be a great, okay, he's asking about a debate from Matt Walsh. I remember that. Okay, and that was from yesterday too. I think I covered all of yours from yesterday. So appreciate you for that. Let me go ahead and head over to the Cash App. And the Cash App is early. Hold on for a second. It is our brother. It is Joshua Moon says, shout out to all the simps paying for Valentine's today. All right, all the simps paying for Valentine's. Hopefully they're going to get some Valentine's punani. He says, Valentine's Day his shit, but ain't gonna get no peace leave. Okay, yes, they ain't gonna go get no peace leave. That's sad. They're gonna get a pat on the head. As a matter of fact, we have a woman saying this much in today's show. She's basically saying she went out on several dates with a guy, but she didn't have any chemistry with the guy. The guy was too nice. We've all been there. And then those are the manipulators of the dating marketplace. Those are the ones. Yes, it is. All right. And then let me make sure I have everybody here signed up. It is who's in here early in the morning. All right. What are you doing here early in the morning? My voice is kind of tired. Yes, it is. Okay. All right. Oh, I see what's going on here. My man wants to know how many vacations I'm going to be on this year. A lot. All right. I'm going to be traveling quite a bit. So you better hold on to your hats, or right. Lots of travel. So yeah. And shout out to our brother Wise L says, how much cheaper is the cost of fixing minds in Costa Rica compared to bringing a girl that likes you for you? He says, asking because I'm planning on taking a trip this summer. All right. So, well, here's the deal. A couple of things here related to this. And this is some things, you know, maybe they won't tell you on Al Gore's internet, but I'll tell you. Traveling by yourself is going to be cheaper. Bringing someone with could be an option for you, but it just depends on where you go. Like I wouldn't go to a place like Costa Rica and bring Calico with me. Like you can have people here, all right? But I will tell you, it is a lot cheaper to deal with people here. If you're fixing minds, it's cheaper. Now, the one thing you're going to run into that a lot of people won't tell you is that these hotels know what they're doing. Okay, so they're not going to let you just bring in Calico into their hotel. And this is done from what they say is for your safety, because this happens in many countries like the Dominican Republic. When you bring someone in, they may charge you for bringing them into the room. Yes. Yeah. And the Dominican Republic, similar, although it's not a law there. So you might have to calculate that cost. You want to ask your hotel, is there a charge for any guests? Because whether your guest is there for 10 minutes or the entire night, they're going to get charged for the day rate. So you want to incorporate that in. While it is cheaper when you're dealing with the Calico here, fixes buying when you're visiting girls here, if you bring them into your hotel may charge you an extra fee. Now, if you're in a nice hotel, that fee could pretty much be the day rate that you paid. If you're in a cheaper hotel, it's going to be cheaper. So please be aware of that. Coming to Costa Rica, it is a law. It's still cheaper overall, though. But if you bring someone that loves you for you and you know you're going to beat the brakes off of them in Costa Rica with the great view that I have, then go ahead. All right. But otherwise, yes, they're going to need to bring their ID as well, and they're going to register. So they're going to photocopy ID. Dominican Republic was similar as well. Well, the Dominican held the ID. I don't think they photocopied it here. They'll photocopy the ID. They'll register their name and so forth and so on. And that is mostly to protect you, because these women are coming from, you know, these women are ticos. These women are coming from very poor areas, even though they look very nice. Right. All right. So even though they look very nice. Oh, my man is in Colombia. Actually, I'm in Costa Rica. He says it's more laid back in Cali. Yeah. But, you know, there's also more incident, not so much in Cali, but, you know, they don't want your bag to go missing and your stuff to go missing and also your kidney to go missing. So it's pretty much done for your safety and their convenience as well. All right. So anyway, also, if you're in an Airbnb, you don't have to worry about that. And but, you know, the one thing about Costa Rica, in comparison to other countries, I haven't heard any incidences between women and men in Costa Rica, meaning I haven't heard people get poisoned, people die, dealing with women dating. I haven't heard any of those stories here. In other countries, you hear them quite often, although they don't happen as much as you might hear about them. Okay. They do not happen here. All right. And one of the reasons they don't happen here is because there's a lot of precautions that the hotels take. All right. So they're not letting the bullshit go by. But of course, if you're in an Airbnb, you don't have to worry about that. So anyway, if you have the money, you don't have to worry about that. If you're like, I don't care what the fee is. All right. She's getting clapped. All right. So yeah, it is what it is. So these hotels are pretty smart. They know people travel for certain reasons. And yeah, they will take precautions to make sure that they don't have any incidents. And no bullshit is going crazy. All right. Anyway, and I won't tell you very much more about that. This is not a place for passport pookies, though. I know people worry about passport pookies, Lee. Okay. This is not the place. Like they do have party nightlife here. This is a small country, very small country. So, there is some nightlife here and people are sort of relaxed. I'm going to a nightlife spot tonight. But it's not for the bullshit here. It's not for the bullshit. It's very small. So you'll stick out like a sore thumb and you're going to look like an idiot traveling from Jaco all the way back to San Jose for 2 hours for some nightlife. You're going to look like an idiot if you act a fool. All right. Other than that, all right. Other than that, he says right here, this guy says, I'm in an Airbnb. Yep. Yeah, there you go. There it is. He says no extra charge. He's in Colombia. Remember, there's a guy in here telling you everything. He's in Colombia. He's not in Costa Rica. We're talking about Costa Rica. So Costa Rica, Colombia are two separate locations for people who are maybe ignorant of geography. He's talking in paragraphs. So he's telling you this and that. We're talking about Costa Rica. Right? We're not talking about Colombia. We're talking about Costa Rica. All right. So anyway, let's get into today's show. What are we doing here? All right, here we go. What are we doing here? Let's see here. Oh, Kevin W says a friend told me that her coworker got her car repossessed. Best part is that she's 46, married, and her parents pay for their groceries. He says, I don't think Fixes Binds LLC can help her. Nope, she's too old. She's too old. Yeah, if you're too old, it's not going to help you out. But as you guys can clearly see, all right, as you guys can clearly see that when we talk about a lot of women and their finances, I know there's some boss babes out here claiming that they're making money and they're good and they're solid with their finances. I'll be willing to bet if I take a look at their credit report, it would say differently. Believe me, ladies, I know. But the other thing is for men, you have to understand that I would say a good 70% of women are in a bad financial shape. That includes their budgeting. That includes possibly their debt to income ratio. And I don't care if the woman is 22 or 47. They are somewhat dependent on someone else to make it, whether it's their daddy, their biological daddy, could be their sugar daddy, government daddy, zaddy, a white zaddy who they bed wench for or whatnot. A good 70 to 75% of women are in a financial pickle right now. And thus they will come out here and act like they aren't. But yes, I mean, even if they are good financially, they're not living better now, Coogee sweater now. These women are like living in dumpster diving. And so we have another example of a woman in her 40s that is married, still has her parents paying for her expenses. And if you do wish to have children, you legacy ninjas out here, okay, you legacy ninjas, you have to understand that if you do have a daughter, you can almost bank that you will be supporting her at least to her 30s, possibly into her 30s. And or if she gets married and divorced, you'll be still supporting her. All right, which is a similar situation that I'm very familiar with in the context of my personal life. I can't say who. However, I know her family is still supporting her in many variety of ways. So This is the one thing that we have to understand when we're in this dating complex world, why women are holding their ground about what the man should bring, at least 50-50, where they're going to be focusing on their career. Much of it is the undercurring theme of this is that they're broke. All right, that's what it is. So they're needing a financial rescue. Broke doesn't mean you're without money, though. Broke doesn't mean you're without money. Broke just means that you are tight financially and that any emergency could corrupt or bankrupt your finances. That's where American women stand, or women in general stand. So they're going to hide this. They're not going to make this apparent. You might know them for 6 months. You might even know them for a year before they realize or reveal, that they're in a financial bind. Excuse me. Yes. It may be a year before you know that they're up shit's creek. Yep. And they will have traveled and taken vacations and trips. They would have went to Bali. They will have a new car. Their car will be 3 years old. All right. And they'll live in a nice luxury apartment. And you won't even know it. They'll be dressing up. You'll tell them, let's go to a show. They'll dress up. They'll get their hair done. And then right about 6 months in a day, possibly a year in, you're going to realize they're up shit's creek. And this is women that you date. This is JUCOs. I don't care what it is. Give it about 6 months in a day to a year, and you're going to realize they're up shit's creek. I wish I had the broke sound effect. And you're going to be like, what? And it will unfurl. They will unfurl a goddamn path to debt that they would have dumped in your lap. Right? My brother said, my wife didn't tell me until 15 years into the marriage. He says, my kids right here with kids, I'm trapped. There is no limit. There you go. 15 years. Okay. 15 years. So it is rough out there, bro. It is rough. And a lot of you guys are going to get trapped in these scenarios where you won't be able to overcome it because you'll be trapped. You'll be ensnared in it. By the way, men are in these situations as well. Okay. But it is apparent that these men are broke. It won't take long to realize they're broke. But when it comes from men, for men that we speaking to men, you will expect this to be the reality for most women. I don't care what age you're dealing with. And I almost find it despicable to deal with a woman like this that is over age 32. Like I don't want any dealings with you seriously if you're over the age of 32 and then this problem, because they'll say, well, these 22-year-old women can't do nothing for you. And you listen, a 22-year-old woman is likely to not be in that disastrous amount of debt. But she'll be stony broke too. She'll be just as broke as an older woman. Anyway, all right. Anyway, what are we doing here? We got a great show lined up. Let's get into it. What do we got here? Let me get over to this part of it because I'm looking at two different screens here. So I got to get to, by the way, somebody said I'm speaking softly. This room is very echoey. Plus, I don't have a compressor on this microphone and everything is loud as hell in my ears. So I don't know what it sounds like to you, but my sound effects and my microphone is hella loud. But I can't hear anything other than that. So everything is super loud. This room is like I'm standing next to the window. Everything is bouncing right back to me and my microphone. So if I speak any louder than this, I might blow my own eardrums off. Pause. Other than that, let's get to it. We got Stragglers Nickel Theater. Let's go. All right, that's the banner. And here is the intro.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Okay, Stragglers Nickel Theater. All right, yes, let's go. All right. Yes. All right. Stragglers Nickel Theater. We have Chance the Rapper, a sighting of Chance the Rapper. As you guys know, Chance the Rapper was the guy. We did about 2 streams on him related to his light-skinned, funny face ex-wife or estranged wife ready to divorce him because she wasn't happy. But apparently Chance the Rapper, there's a video of him, I guess, at a football game in a suite. You guys see him there. He's a funny frog face looking ninja. All right. Anyway, no shade at him. This is Chance the Rapper, and apparently he's at the JUCO. He's doing just well. Yes, indeed. There he is, right? Oh, okay. All right. Nice little light skin. Okay, look at him. Okay, a lot of wig in there, boy. But okay, he looked like he's yeah. All right. It looks like the wife. Other than that, hopefully she gets a bag, but it looks like he's got nice young pieces of calico with him. In America. Yes, indeed. Look at him. He don't look like he hurting out here. There he is right there, straggling and sniggling. And there he is. And he got some youngins with him too. All right. Them girls are definitely all under 30. I guess that's Raising Cane's. I don't know what that is. Why is she jiggling it in the screen here? All right, it's chicken wings and sauce. Oh my goodness. All right. Well, I like her back. She got her back out too. Looks like he's doing okay. It is Get 'em Daddy season, and it is Fixes Binds LLC. Even for Chance the Rapper, he doesn't care about the hotel fee here in Costa Rica. You don't care about the hotel fee. Hey, look, if you got it, you got it. Yeah, there's some nice looking young calico there. All right, so I think he's doing well in this divorce so far. All right, he'll take the money, he'll take the losses, he'll pay the restock fee, and he's good. All right, look at this goofy ass ninja. All right, shout out to him. You know, it is what it is. People got to do what they got to do. All right, which one do you like? Which one do you like? The other girl in the back hiding because she got a boyfriend. She got a boyfriend. Okay, let me see what we got. Straggle and Sniggle Theater. Oh, speaking of food, it's jiggling, baby. All right, what city is this? You guys probably will be familiar with this if you live in the dirty South. All right, check this out right here. Let's go ahead and do it without the volume. All right, take out this. Oh, my goodness. All right, Thick'em Snick'ems. Oh, my goodness. Look at that. Where's my elephant noise? Do I have the elephant? All right, what is that? Neck bones? All right, goodness gracious. All right, take a look at. Wait till you see the waggling about to come on your screen. Oh, the humanity. Oh, my goodness. This is a big, thick Southern woman. Holy mackerel. That is thick. Whoosh. Whoosh. All right. And she eating. Yo, you need a vegetable in there or something. Can you get some veggies? Look at this. This woman is a walking heart attack. All right. But she's still alive, too, with that wig on. Oh, look at this. That is a Southern woman. All right. Southern boys going. Look at them titties. Boy, this woman is just got body fat hanging everywhere. She got all the fat in the right places. Holy moly. Look at them saggy waggies. Oh my goodness. This is one big raggler. Yeah, I think she needs a diet. All right. But look at this country. Big country booty, big country titties. Oh my goodness. This is a loosey goosey ass woman right here. 504. That's New Orleans. All right. That's New Orleans. And look at that machine. Holy mackerel. Ooh, you know niggas be clapping the hell out of them cheeks in New Orleans. You know they be clapping the hell out of these cheeks in New Orleans. Yeah, she got all that wagging she dragging. Holy moly. All right, nasty boys, check in. She put her gum out there. Ugh. I think she gonna get bigger and bigger. Who likes this? Press a 1 in the chat if you going in. All right. Press a 1 in the chat if you going in. All right. She ain't a bad looking woman. Again, I'm not a big wig person, right? Oh, she a nasty girl. She won't chase you down. I don't think she can chase you. All right. Because she got the sex. Oh, my. Look at them saggy waggy. Boy, I tell you, niggas will probably be going crazy over her. Plus, I lived in Louisiana, so I know she be getting digged down viciously. Viciously. All right. She don't have no problems catching a man. She can't keep a man to save her life. But I know she has no problems catching a man. All right. Valentine's Day, Straggle and Sniggle Theater. We have a gentleman here. Let's go ahead and pop him on the screen. Let's see what we got. He says right here, Black Love. You see him right there with the big old, look at his mustache. He got the mustache like that ninja on the Love Boat. All right. But this guy says, guys, don't listen to men who say marriage is bad. He's got a wonderful marriage. All right. So let's hear him defend himself in his wonderful marriage here. Here we go.
Like there's not enough positive stuff about marriage. So here are 3 things I love about my marriage and 1 thing I don't like. Number 1, my wife is so fine. Like, oh my goodness. Oh, good gracious. That girl is the finest girl. Like, she fine. Let's just leave it at that. She fine. Every time I see her, I want to have a baby. Like that girl. Okay. So next thing. Sorry. She's just fine. Like, she's fine. Number 2, my wife likes me like a lot. No idea why she likes me. I have no clue. I'm not rich. I mean, I'm kind of cute, I guess, but I just don't know why she likes me. But she likes me, and she tells me all the time, "I like you. I love you." And I'm just like, me? Why? Why? I'm not special. Why you like me? But she just likes me so much, and that makes me happy. And number 3, I don't know what voodoo or what she has done to me, but there's nothing that I wouldn't do for her, and like it makes me happy to do it. Like anything she's asking, I'm just like, yeah, sure, whatever. I don't care. We want to do that. Let's do it. I don't know. It's just so good. And I'm just, it's great. I like it.
All right. This dude's, okay. I'm not going to hate on you because he hella happy. All right. Somebody called him the Whispers ass mustache. Shout out to the twins and the Whispers and shit. All right. The Whispers. This is what I do to get you in the mood. Baby, I do it all to get you in the mood. Whispers ass ninja. This is what I do to get you in the mood. All right, ass ninja. All right, and yo, he happy as hell. Hey, bro, you in for a whole L. Because here's the thing, guys. This guy saying a lot of things that a lot of guys say. You know what they'll say is, well, my girl likes me. Now, that's why I say that's not enough. All right. My girl likes me. But why does she like you? See, this video kind of sums up the like me quotient, because even though he says, I love my girl, he also says that she likes me, but he doesn't know why. He doesn't know why. It's important to know why she likes you, because if you stop doing it and you don't know you're stopping to do it, she's not going to like you. You don't even know why she likes you. And then you're telling us that she likes you and I don't know why. And, you know, she's beautiful. But if you don't know why she likes you, she might not start liking you at some point. And then now what do? You're like, okay, what did I do? You didn't even know what you were doing to get her to like you. Let me go ahead and rewind the video. This is a dangerous conversation, and I'm happy for the guy. First of all, I'm happy for him that he feels happy and he has someone that likes him. And, you know, he a goofy brother, because what kind of nigga wears this shirt? You know what I mean? What kind of guy wears? Why does she like you? He was lost for words as to why. He didn't even know why, because, you know, we don't know what she looks like, but apparently he believes she's very beautiful. So he's like, I got a beautiful woman, and she likes me, but I don't know why. That's important. All right, here we go right here. Here we go.
Things I love about my marriage and 1 thing I don't like. Number 1, my wife is so fine. Like,
okay, so his wife is so fine. All right, that's great, man. Listen, you know, all of us would want to find one. I mean, that is relative, though. You want to know what type of fine you talking about. Are you talking about like that Mississippi thick ass woman fine, or you talking about red bone fine? What type of fine are you talking about? That's important for us to distinguish. But hey, listen, he came on the internet. It ain't like I found him. He found me. He's on the internet. So I don't want to hear people say Coach is hating on a happy relationship. I'm not. I'm just trying to prep myself, trying to figure out what you're talking about, because I'm pretty thorough in explaining what I'm saying. Let me go full screen here. I'm thorough in my explanation, sir, and certainly my experience. He's not thorough, but what'll happen is you'll let this slide. Oh, well, he's happy and she's fine and she likes him. Okay, that's not enough. Right? That's not enough. We know that that ain't enough. All right, so that sounds good, but what else? But of course, you know, normies eat it up. Normies eat it up. Oh, that's what it's supposed to be about. It's supposed to be about light, and she's beautiful and he's happy. Dude, all of that can change in 1 second. She can get in a car accident. Now she's not fine no more. Right? You know what I mean? Like, she cannot like him just in a second. And now you would have to figure out why, which he would have he's already having trouble figuring out why she likes him. Let him continue.
Oh my goodness. Oh, good gracious. That girl is the finest girl. Like, she fine. Let's just leave it at that. She fine.
All right. So we got 15 seconds in, and he's saying he has a wonderful relationship and that she's fine. And he can't even describe it. Is she fine? Can I see a picture? He's like, so this is very surface-based, normie conversation about relationships. So he just said, okay. I've had some women. I had one in here last night, and I sent her home. I sent her home. I mean, I've been with a lot of women. All right. I was with another one, and yeah, she went back to her favela. Okay, so what else, sir? All right, what else we got here? 15 seconds in, we got a whole bunch of nothing. But the normies love it. Here we go.
She fine. Every time I see her, I want to have a baby. Like that girl. Okay, next thing. Sorry, she's just fine. Like, she's fine.
This is what people in love do. This is what people in love do. And they will swear up and down they know what they're talking about, and you don't. They don't. Right? They will swear up and down that they got it figured out, and you just don't know what you're talking about. You're just creating fear for men. And then this is their response. Yeah, she just, I want to have a baby with her. All right, so here we go. We're going to continue. We're going to continue. Who's hating on me now? I'm not hating on this guy, by the way.
Number 2, my wife likes me like a lot. No idea why she likes me. I have
See, this is what I'm talking about. Again, wouldn't you want to know why she likes you? Wouldn't you want to know why? And wouldn't you want to, is before you press the record button, wouldn't you want to express this? Wouldn't you want to say, my wife likes me because I take out the garbage. My wife likes me because I'm a dominant male. My wife likes me because I'm a king. My wife likes me because I'm goofy. My wife likes me because I cuddle. My wife likes me because I listen to her. Wouldn't you want to explain that before you heard someone come into defense of your relationship? Wouldn't you want a thorough explanation? But you don't. But of course, this flies as positive news. That's what he said at the beginning. You know, people don't want to hear positivity, but I'm going to give it to you. And this is it. This is the results. Right? Okay. So right now we have, you want to have a baby with her. She's gorgeous and she likes you and you don't know why. All right. I'll let him continue since it's Valentine's Day. Here we go.
No clue. I'm not rich. I mean, I'm kind of cute, I guess, but I just don't know why she likes me. But she likes me, and she tells me all the time, I like you, I love you. And I'm just like, me? Why? I'm not special. Why you like me? But she just...
This type of self-deprecating humor is somewhat contagious to women at some point in their lives. Then they become annoyed by this. So, you know, depending on who she is, I don't know. She could be goofy as well, and they could be a perfect match. But of course, he has the self-deprecating humor. He's coming across as humble and somewhat, you know, not masculine. He's coming back as a cute, cuddly teddy bear, kind of like what's on his shirt, a cuddly teddy bear. And she probably tickles him at night. She probably puts them in the peg D. She might strap on him. I don't know what they do, and I don't really care. All right, but the cuteness thing is what women like. Also, they like a masculine guy. He has to have a perfect balance of this. But I don't know. I'm not special. But as you can see, he's not a small human being. He's very brolic and muscular. So he's a giant teddy bear. And that can be endearing to a woman. But he still doesn't know why she likes or loves him. She says it, but I don't know why. And he says, well, I'm not that big of a deal. Okay. I'm not that good looking of a man. Well, yeah, travel a little bit. You'll find out if you are.
He just likes me so much, and that makes me happy. And number 3, I don't know what voodoo or what she has done to me, but there's nothing that I wouldn't do for her, and like it makes me happy to do it. Like anything she's asking, I'm just like, yeah, sure, whatever. I don't care. We want to do that. Let's do it. I don't know. It's just so good, and I'm just it's great. I like it. Oh yeah, one bad thing is
All right. So he hit us with the cliffhanger. One bad thing is, and he cut it off. I'm pretty sure if he would have kept that part of the clip on, we probably would have figured it out. But he left us hanging on that one. So the last one is, I'll do anything for her, ass ninja. Yeah, this is what I call sucker for love. But listen, there's a lot of sucker for love people that relationships work. And they're just happy to be sucker for love ass ninjas. And many of us would probably want a love like this. I wouldn't. Trust me, I wouldn't. This is too much. All right. This is too much cuddliness. Maybe if I was in high school or first 2 years in college, but this is just too much. All right. I have way more important things to do than to be this comfortable and cuddly and content. But it works for them. And as long as it works for them, then they can make it work for themselves. So again, not hating on their happy relationship. But yeah, you got to watch out for this type of love here. Because it's built on nothing. It's clearly built on nothing. But the feeling, and again, feelings change, seasons change. You know what? We also don't have context. How long y'all been together? How long you been married? Do you have kids? So many of those things matter. But we didn't hear that. And of course, normies don't want to hear that. See, coach, love can happen. You're just bitter. And they are happy in love. And then 10 years down the line, right? Now what happens? So that's not a good, thorough explanation of love and countering what I'm trying to tell you, for sure. And I think I have one more story on Straggle and Sniggle Theater. It is Anthony Edwards and NBA star Anthony Edwards right here, accused of blocking Aisha Howard and urging early termination of pregnancy after learning about her pregnancy. This is news that you can use from about 3 days ago. Anthony Edwards, man, boy, oh boy. You know, this thing happens, man. This is an example of a good sniggle. And they see this dude coming, you know, they see you walking and they see him coming legitimately. This guy impregnating more strags than he needs to. Bruh, why you cream pieing these strags? All right, let's get to it. The relationship between Anthony Edwards and his baby mama, Aisha Howard, has been tumultuous for months, according to new unveiled court docs. Of course, they're in court, which were obtained by In Touch Weekly. The NBA star even asked the influencer to have an abortion. The 36-year-old submitted. Okay, so the woman is 36. Wow. He's 23. Oh, my goodness. Wow. She's 36, y'all. This is apex predator. This is an apex predator. Like, what if a guy was 36 with a 23-year-old woman? They would even call him a predator. They'd be like, he's a predator. And he literally is like, you know, barely 13 years older. This woman is 36. He's 23. This is an apex predator. This is a great example. The 36-year-old submitted alleged text messages from Edwards urging her to get the abortion as part of their ongoing legal battle. She filed a declaration opposing his attempts to establish paternity and child support in Georgia, instead seeking a ruling in California. Oh, no. Man, this is apex predator behavior. And by the way, Georgia, ask Tyrese about this. Georgia child support and California child support are two different things. And of course, she wants to move to California as soon as they break up. Howard had given birth to the daughter in October of 2024. He requested a DNA test on the baby, which later confirmed his paternity. However, the model claimed Edwards blocked her after she informed him of a pregnancy. I think I remember covering this story. Upon informing Anthony of the pregnancy, he blocked me on communication platforms, she wrote, adding that he told her their child would be fatherless. In one exchange, Howard texted, "I'm pregnant. Wanted to tell you in person, but you gave me no other choice." Edwards allegedly responded, "Okay, LOL, get the abortion, LOL." She replied, "I'm not getting an early termination of pregnancy. It's not an option." Of course it's not. If it was me, she would get one. Maybe she wouldn't. She'd probably keep it because of me too. But of course, she's Anthony Edwards' baby, and she ain't getting no early termination of pregnancy. This guy's pretty immature, just to let you know. He's very immature of how handling these situations. He says right here, "I won't be in the child's life. I don't want. LOL, you are sick." Ring the bell on this ninja. Ring the bell, bruh. Ring the bell on this ninja. This ninja's a goofy, man. He's a goofy. He doesn't realize. It says she accused the baller of avoiding responsibility, stating Anthony's behavior towards me is part of a disturbing pattern of neglect and irresponsibility. Ma'am, you weren't neglectful and irresponsible at age 36, messing with a 23-year-old man who's worth millions of dollars. You're telling me you were dealing with him because he was mature and responsible? I don't think so. I think not. You knew what you were doing. You intentionally got cream pied by him and intentionally got pregnant by him. And you were just as irresponsible. Unfortunately, she's going to get the bag. All right. Unfortunately, gentlemen, none of that matters. She's going to get a bag. All right. She's going to make lots of money, filthy, rotten rich over in the state of California. And her attorneys are very smart to move that over there. Meanwhile, Edwards urged that Howard was seeking a higher child support order by filing in California, calling her claims misleading, statements, omissions, and outright fabrications. The judge is yet to rule on this case. But gentlemen, you got to know what your worth is. And in this situation, we have a woman that is desperate, apex predator, broke, and she found a lick, all right, in Anthony Edwards, and she's going to get the bag. All right, he has already been said he's the father. They moved to California. They're going to take his money. And he's what is he making? I could actually pull this up. What is he making as an NBA player? All right, Jesus. Jesus. And I have to do this with one hand. So anybody knows what he's making, I should just leave it up to you. And that's not counting his future earnings. She about to kill this ninja. All right, his base salary in 2025 is $42 million a year. Oh, goodness. He signed an extension till 2028. He'll make $40 million per year. Woo, wait. All right, he earned $30 million through his first 3 seasons, and now he's scheduled to make $244 million. Damn. She'll get crazy amount of money. I mean, he better settle. I mean, it's going to be straightforward. See, here's the thing about this. It's going to be straightforward. It's just calculation. They're just going to put his income into a Disso Master. Look it up. Disso Master. I've seen so many Disso Masters that it make your head spin. They basically, there's no argument here, guys. He's cooked. Okay. And guess what? He's going to make millions of dollars in the future, and all of that money is going to count. They're basically going to take his income, and that is just the NBA salary income. That doesn't include any endorsements. That doesn't include any appearance fees that he's going to make. Okay. And it's too late to hide his money in an LLC now and pay a business. It's too late for that. So they're basically going to take his income, throw it in a calculator. It's automatically set. They're going to take how many kids that he has versus how many kids that he produced with this woman, which is 1, and they're going to press equal. That's all they're going to do. They're going to come press equal. As soon as they press equal, that's the number. So if it's $50,000 a month, it's $50,000 a month. This is why Elon Musk had a case that I don't even know if it's still ongoing, where his baby mama left Texas, which has a cap on child support, and she moved the kids to California, 2 or 3 of his kids, and she was trying to get Elon Musk money versus the state of California Disso Master, which would have been ungodly amount of money, like millions of dollars a month. So I don't know where that case stands, but I reported on it. This is another case where men have to be smarter, and it's all fun and games until most of your income is going to child support. And there's nothing you can do about it. There's nothing he could do about it now. And the fact that he laughed it off will give I mean, really doesn't matter. I mean, the only thing that would matter is if he wanted to be in the child's life. And you could possibly have a judge look at those text messages and say, he's an irresponsible piece of shit. He doesn't get any custody, right? Which would hold. And so she's going to have 100% custody against his income, against how many children he has versus how many children he has with her, equals dead. All right. That's what it equals. It could be $50,000 a month. And that's going to be until the kid hits 18 and graduates from high school in California. Right? So he's going to have to play for the rest of his fucking life, because the minute he stops playing, them $50,000 a month checks going to hurt him. So he has 2 decades to pay that 50, whatever it is. I'm saying 50. I don't know what the number is. We could possibly look it up if we have time, but I only got one hand. But once he stops playing, them $50,000 a month checks or whatever that money amount is, going to be $100,000. They're going to hit hard, and she is not looking for a reduction. Oh, by the way, one more thing. If his income increases, her child support increases. Yes. And his income is scheduled to increase. Somebody said, okay, he's paying the Texas case. It stayed in Texas. Sorry. So shout out to you. Henry said they did not move it to California. So Elon Musk won $3,500 cap. But he doesn't have this option. He would hope to maybe keep the case in Georgia. But when his income increases, she just takes him back to court and says, hey, he got a new deal. He now makes $400 million. And they automatically increase the child support. There's no argument. Okay, so please protect your seed out here and protect your meat. It's not a game.
Like, ride with me if you ride with me, you can slide with me if you feel like 550 on the 5 sticky, come get high with me, that's a deal, right?
Straggle and Sniggle Theater, thank you for being here. Okay, let me check if there's any support, and then we're going to get back to the show. Shout out to the black man in the suburbs, says, I fixed my power steering pump, coach. That was the only issue. Turns out, wait. Is there another chat? Because this is out of the blue. Okay, so that is the first chat. He says, I fixed my power steering pump, coach. That was the only one issue. Turns out there are other parts that I need. After I bought that, my headlights went out and I had to replace the header before I replaced the lighting. All right. And he says, I'm thankful for you, coach, because without money mindset, I would have been scrambling and scraping for ish. Shout out to the coach and the coach gang. Appreciate you, sir. And appreciate you for being here and being a part of the money mindset. The link is in the description box below. There are certain things, when you're trying to get ahead as a man and, you're feeling good and you finally got $1,000 saved in your bank account, and then all hell breaks loose, right? Your car starts going out, you pay your car off, you got a little bit of money in your bank account, and it all goes away because of some things start to fall apart. Maybe you have a housing issue. Maybe you have an issue with the baby mama, or maybe your car goes out. That is very common. That life tends to come back full circle to remind you that you need to be on your ever-loving grind out here. You have to be on your ever-loving grind. The excuse that, I could take some time off and work-life balance just doesn't float, especially when you have liabilities. And life works like that. Soon as you get up, you're like, I'm up. I'm finally up. I got $1,500 saved in my bank account. Here comes life, says, oh, okay, I'll take that. You got extra money, nigga? Right? Right? You got extra money, nigga? Okay, I'll take that too. All right. You thought you was good. Now your ass back to square one. Get your ass back to work. You really have to work yourself way beyond that. And I remember being in those situations, and could be in these situations at any point, because it doesn't stop. You're going to have taxes. You're going to have a whole bunch of people coming after your money. And the world knows you got money. Past creditors, right? Baby mamas. So even when you get up, people going to come out here for your pockets. So flat tire. There's a flat tire. I've been in that situation where I was like, I'm finally up, flat tire. Right. And it was like it was like a nail hit the tire, and it was like, psst. I was like, oh, fuck. I was finally up. Now I got to buy 2 tires. But you want to be able to work big time past that. And he's working past that. The money mindset teaches you that mindset of, nah, man, you don't want to be in that situation where you're barely up and your water heater goes out. Cooked. Right? So you cook fast. So you want to be on your ever-loving grind, gentlemen. Shout out to you. We got Cali West says, but coach, he says he doesn't know what his wife likes about her or him, but he said he never tells her no. He's a yes man. And that's you. He says, guys, CGA never misses. Shout out to the free agent lifestyle in Cali West. Go subscribe to his YouTube channel. That's true. He says, I just tell her yes. All right. I do whatever she wants. I do whatever she says. That gives you an indication why she likes you. What if you said no? What if you said no 3 times in a row? See, isn't that an indicator that she likes you because you're saying yes? That means if you said no, she wouldn't like you. Hey, honey, let's remodel the house. No, I don't think we can afford that. No, I don't think we need to remodel the house. She'd be like, okay. Oh, honey, the neighbor's got a new Suburban and, we can't get the kids around in this little minivan. So maybe we should lease a new Suburban. Oh, no. Don't even think. Don't even think about that. Oh, honey, I was thinking my wedding band is a little bit outdated and we never got our wedding band. I still have my engagement ring and there's a new band that comes out and I wanted to get an additional wedding band to, commemorate our 10 years of marriage. And you say, honey, listen, that wedding band you're looking at is from Tiffany's. It's $33,000. Perhaps we can get something cheaper than that. All right. We can get something in the neighborhood of maybe $4,000. You tell her that 1, 2, 3. Now she don't like you. You're cooked. Right. Just like that. Now she's not happy. So apparently he's basically just keeping the relationship going by him saying yes. You guys got to realize and read these signs. All right. The minute he says no, that's she likes you. And now you said no. Now she doesn't like you. Okay. So now she doesn't like you. So you're a yes man and she's peeping that out. She's like, this guy says yes to everything. Okay, whatever. Let's go to Costa Rica together. He's like, I think I'll go by myself. All right. There's some Latina calico down there. Now she don't like you. All right. So you got to realize when you tell me a woman likes you, you have to qualify. What does she like about you? What? Don't say because of you, Ninja. That's not enough. What does she like about you? What is it that you understand that you do that you know she likes you about? If you can't tell me that, it ain't enough. You don't know enough information. Because then you can't tell that one thing that you do that forces her to like you. Now all of a sudden you can't tell me how she would respond if you're no longer doing that. But if you no longer do that one thing or those few things, now what? Guess what? She's gonna be gone. Real easy and simple to figure out. You guys, I try to tell you. But you guys don't want to hear it. You don't want to hear it. What about Macaroni Tony? He says this always helps to grease the palms of the concierge or the security guard. 4-star stays only. And he says always tip 2 times the tip when I receive good services. I'm the guy Mitch is blamed for raising the prices. 100%. Yeah, you want to grease those palms. You want to say, hey, man, look the other way. Hey, look over there. Right? Look over there. Hey, here. So, you want to talk to them people. Hey, what you need, man? It's pay for play out here, even with the people that you want to grease those palms and give them a couple of greenbacks. You want to peel a couple of greenbacks back. By the way, y'all want to see what Costa Rican money looks like? I'll show you. Hold on for a second. Do I have any? You're not supposed to flash money. By the way, Brazil or Costa Rica? If I was looking for calico, I would be in Brazil. All right. Brazil got the best women by far. All right. Costa Rica is just too small, but I don't think I can live in Brazil. So Costa Rica is my place to live. Like if I was an expat, I would come to Costa Rica. If I wanted to go visit, I would stay in Brazil. All right. But here's the I got money. All right. Brazilian style. Oh, sorry, Costa Rica. I've been calling it Colombia the whole week. All right. I was like, yeah, I'm in Colombia. And they're like, Costa Rica? All right. But this is 20,000. 20,000. This is big money right here. All right. I can tell you how much this is. Hold on for a second. The colognes are going crazy. Let me see something here. Pull up my calculator. Get the currency app if you want to know about it right here. All right. So if I took, let me see something here. All right. Holy mackerel. Okay. So this right here, 50, we're going to pull out 50. This is 50. This is 50,000 colognes. 50,000. Oh, no, that's too much. That's actually, that was more than that. That was 70,000. This is 50,000 colognes right there. 50,000. 50,000. Yeah, that's about $100. Right. Give or take, the market fluctuate. 50,000 is $100 roughly. 50,000 colognes. All right. $100 goes a long way up in this mug. 50,000, bro. All right, 50,000. $100, $200 is a big deal here. All right, so I'm rich, bitch. All right, in Costa Rica. 50,000 colognes is $100. So yeah, man, if you have $500, Ninja, you rob worthy. Rob this man. All right, rob this man. When they told me I was going somewhere and it was like $150, they said that'll be 75,000 colognes. I said, shit, I ain't never dealing with no thousands of dollars just to get what? 75,000? That's crazy, bro. All right. All right. $75,000. All right. No, because they'll show you the mean. You'll go to a bar or a restaurant. That'll be 50,000 colognes. Oh, my Lord. I think I damaged myself. Do not run that on my credit card, please. All right. I don't think that's my credit card gonna decline 50,000, my ass. All right, so anyway, my credit card is gonna decline. And they were like, that's only $100. Oh, okay, run it. All right. But the money does look good. He said, Dine and Dash, I would skedaddle if somebody told me I've spent $50,000 in any goddamn thing. I don't care what the currency is. I'm nervous. I'm nervous as hell. Yeah, those are gringo prices. I'm a big gringo. I got gringo stamped on my fucking forehead. All right, because when they ask me the menu, do you want the menu in Espanol or do you want the menu in Inglés? I'll take the English menu. And I guarantee you it's 4 times the prices on the English menu. Let me see the Spanish menu. Might be a hefty discount if you learn Spanish. ¿De dónde eres? ¿Cómo está? All right, there you go right there. ¿Cuántos cuestas? Anyway, I'll speak in a little Spanish. Hey, yo soy Gregorio. All right. Muy bien. Buenos tardes. Spanish menu, please. All right, I'm gonna get a discount in this mother. Yeah, you definitely wanna bring a woman that speaks Spanish with you. All right, because this is fucking crazy. All right, they're robbing me blind down here. Right, so anyway, the English menu is mad expensive. Everything's got 5 figures on it. All right, anyway. Gringo, hey man, just so yes, do not bring your wife. You need a girl that speaks Spanish, all right, when you come here, because they're fucking robbing me blind. All right, anyway. Yes, the English menu is still cheap relatively, but when they got 5 figures on the damn menu, I don't know what the hell to say. This is ridiculous. All right, anyway. I'm just trying to make sure I have some money when I get back. All right, but they're getting me, the hotel getting me for bringing girls in, everything, but everybody got my ass. All right, anyway, they say I look rich here. All right, so I don't know what to tell them. I'm not rich, but I'm looking to buy your country in any time. Can I buy Costa Rica? I think I can buy the country, apparently. Shout out to our brother here. It is Wayne Wonder Peters is in the building. Wayne Wonder says, thanks, coach. Appreciate you. No, thank you. Thank you. Shout out to Raphael, says tip for the local JUCO. Enjoy. Thank you, man. And they like the tips. All right. They like the tips. Shout out to our brother here. It is David says, well, guess I'm a full-blown P. All right. But wait. Oh, he says, by the way, mention me. Oh, what do you mean a full-blown P? Are you pimping your wife out? David 4K, if you guys don't know, David is the guy who did this intro. Hold on for a second. Let me show you this because I wasn't. Let me make sure I can mention him. Yeah, he says mention me. So let me show you this. You guys see this intro right here? Hold on for a second. Let me show you. I should give him credit in the thing here. Hold on for a second. This intro. Okay, you see that intro right there with the G-Wagon intro? That's David. That's my videographer in Las Vegas. All right. He recorded that intro right there, and he did all the editing and whatnot. All right, great job on the production. That's my brother David. David is the guy. All right, David is the guy whose wife basically cut him off from sex, according to David. And he was married to her for 12 years. They have 3 kids. They were together for 16 years. He found out that his wife is at the JUCO. She'd been at the JUCO for 4 years during their marriage. All right, damn. Do I got a sound effect for that? My sound effects is, I'll just play the Undertaker bell. All right. Here we go right there. All right. His wife had a secret seeking arrangements account. Yes. And she cut him off maybe about a year ago. Maybe he was telling me about this. He was super chatting. And he was like, she's cut me off. You know, she doesn't want me to touch her. And I'll tell you, I was like, those are the signs that she has somebody else, another bulls in the ring. But when we tell you about the spectrum is real. And guys, David, this guy's a good guy, man. He's a good man. He's a gentleman. You know, we have the 5 archetypes. He's not a player. He's not any of these guys. He's a cool dude. I don't know what he's like to his wife. But, you know, they've been married at that time where, you know, 7-year itch, 5-year itch. And apparently he is a P. He was pimping his wife out, but he didn't know it. He didn't know it. So this is an example. He was like, yep, well. And what was she doing with that money? I wonder, well, I won't say that. Is she black? If she's not black, well, never mind. I won't say that. But yes, brothers, it is cold out here. No one's safe, man. No one is safe from the realities of what I call when the failure happens. See, when failure happens, it's ugly as hell. Nobody wants to talk about that. Everybody just wants to talk about this. And they don't even talk about it. It's just like, oh, where's the guy at? This guy right here. They just want to talk about this. Oh, I feel ooey gooey on the inside. Pause. All right. And she likes me and I don't know why. And you all giggly. Right. But when it goes left, that's where I come in, because the majority of them are going to go left. Now what happens now? Then it's going to get ugly. You start peeling back the layers. And it's just whoa. So it is tough, man. It's tough. These relationships are very, very damaging for a lot of people. And there's never a perfect relationship. Never think that, oh, we just love each other and it's ooey gooey. Okay, this is dangerous for men to try to live, and he too grown for this. But yeah, it's tough. Then when he starts reflecting back, holding back the years and the tears, and then just holding back the tears, it started getting ugly around here. But so that's our brother here, our videographer here, telling us, and this has been over the last series of months, he's been finding out one bit of information after another. And his wife was out here in these damn streets, the JUCO streets. So I don't know. I'm not a mess. I don't think I met her. Right? I don't think I met her at the JUCO. But if she had an app, if she's been on for 4 years, I probably seen her. Have you seen her? Yeah, baby, have you seen her? It's a cold world out here, brothers. It's evil. The evil that people do in relationships. I wouldn't do it, coach. You could trust me. No, bitch, I ain't trusting a damn thing, bitch. All right. She was too old. Yeah, she probably too old for me. I probably wouldn't have put her on the radar. You know, if she was anything past 32, she definitely didn't come across my radar. She might have favorited my fucking page. Nope, I ain't going. She was too old, he's saying right there. Woo. She's older. Yeah, I wouldn't have met her. Yeah, so if she was older, because this brother's definitely in his late 30s, probably his early 40s. And so if she's in the same age range, I probably wouldn't have smashed her. And I ain't trying to say I did, but it's cold out here, man. Too damn old. You know how I like. You know how I like it. I ain't been with no old broad like that. If she's a black woman, I definitely would have stayed away from her. All right. If she's black and old, there's about a 0% chance that I will fuck with her. So black and older than 34, probably a 0% chance I mess with her. I mean, I'm talking about free punani. I don't care if she wanted a date. Let's just say she wanted a date. Well, I just want a date. And she was older than 35. There's like a 0.001 chance that I would even acknowledge that she existed. Oh, shit. And it's not because she's black. However, she would have to be extraordinarily an extraordinary woman for me to even consider. Like a Halle Berry, I would fuck with her. I wouldn't mess with a Halle Berry. But yeah, older women first. Nah. Then older black woman, that's a double no. All right, that's a double no. That might be like the two. Never mind. There are black women in here, so I'll stop. But that might be like double cold red. Right? Like, now I'm good. There's nothing I need to do anything. Nah. It's just not appealing to me. Everybody has what they like, but the older black women is a no. I don't have anything appealing. There's nothing desirable about that. All right, anyway. Shout out to our brother here. It is the great one, Derek's in the building. Gerard he's got a gold sponsorship. So let me ring the bell. I'm rich, bitch. All right. Shout out to you, brother. Shout out to you. Thank you for that co-sponsorship, but you didn't say anything. All right. Appreciate that. I'm not trying to get canceled. I'm just trying to be honest. I don't want to waste your time, man. I don't want to waste your time. Like, I have no interest in you. Like, if she came up and she was trying to be all nice and smiling at me, I would be like, just don't waste your time. All right. There's nothing. We have nothing. Now, there's always a possibility or an exception. It's just, in this case, not very much. All right. What are we doing here? We got a couple of other brothers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. All right. Y'all doubling up. Shout out to Kaylin says, was watching the stream yesterday and I find it funny where in situations in which a woman could show herself to do better than a man, they complain. Most women are the best chefs, but women will complain about cooking for their husband and kids, and they truly don't understand how good they got it with the man, and if they wouldn't just stop complaining. Normally it's the complaining that gets them, and them keeping score, right? So they're keeping score, basically saying, I'm doing more than you. I'm like, baby, you don't just do this mediocre shit and you're good. And would you agree, Kaylin says, when it comes to sex and monogamy, the girlfriend, wife, or main girl should get the privileges of being the first to try to sexually satisfy her man. If she bypasses by constantly denying them sex, he should seek it elsewhere. Whether a man cheats or not, he is still paying his girlfriend or wife more to bang her than other women with time, energy, attention. And no, it's money, energy, attention, and affirmations. The question is what? When it comes to sex and monogamy, the girlfriend and wife or main girl should get the privileges to, I'm supposing that's how it works. Yeah. If you're living with her, she's get the first right of refusal. I think that's what you're talking about. We got our brother here. It is no government name. He says, I was once told that if you didn't cheat, then you didn't try. The winners create the rules and laws to keep the losers losing. Life is not fair. So you have to make sure you always got the advantage. All the greats did what they had to win. Only the strong survive. We were talking about in context of that yesterday, and you have something else to add, and then I'll provide my commentary to that chat. He also says, no government name, says, Edwards is cooked. She's the rapper Lil Baby's first baby mama, so she knows what she's doing. Lil Baby done bought her a house, and also she never posted how she was dating until now, which is definitely hypergamy. Her son, 9, It says, so all Anthony did was set her up for adult support for the next 18 years. These young athletes are targets. And one Brittany Renner said the same thing. Unfortunately, these young men, when they get money, the first thing they do is they go Roski and cream pie every woman they possibly can see. And, you know, for the most part, they might say, I can afford the child support. Right? I'm making millions of dollars. Fuck you. Give this bitch, you know, $50,000. I still have, but the problem is when you retire, sir. And not only that, there's still something to be said about the NBA does have a lot of nepotism. So a lot of times these kids will become basketball stars themselves, or at least an athlete. And as a result, they'll always be attached to you. Since Anthony Edwards is such a great athlete, genetically, he possibly can have another athlete as a son. But we learned this from Jalen Rose. Jalen Rose was an NBA player, and his father was an NBA player, but they were estranged. Dr. J, Julius Erving, had a baby mama, a white woman that he impregnated, knocked her up, and his daughter ended up becoming a major tennis star. But they were estranged. There's other examples of this that I can possibly come up with related to this. And these things do happen. So just because, you know, this woman is some strag you impregnated and she apex predator you, yeah, what'll happen is that kid could become famous and another better athlete in 20 years. And now it keeps coming up that you were estranged from your child. So yeah, Dennis Rodman and his daughter, her name is like Trinity or something like that. Well, he was somewhat estranged to his daughter. And then what happened was, because she's a U.S. soccer star for the USA Soccer, he started to show up to her games, but they had been estranged, right? And so when he shows up to her games, she gets all stressed and nervous. And then she says he's making it about himself. He wasn't there when I was young, but now that I'm a U.S. soccer star, he wants to show up. So this does happen a lot. And he's going to have to probably play that out. And it's painful. Trust me, it's painful when you become estranged from a kid and then they become famous and then you want to show up. There's so many stories like that. So many stories where the father shows up and now the kid is famous and the father shows up. Hey, I just want to know, I want you to know I'm a part of your life. And it's like, oh, very painful. There's another person that had this story. A lot of famous athletes have that story. Oh, your father starts showing up. Oh, damn it. There was another one that I can't remember. By the way, did you guys know? Was it Patrick Mahomes? Possibly. I'll leave that one alone. Let me see if I can get let me make sure I can get all the super chats that we can. Was it Shaquille O'Neal? Yeah, a lot of people have that story, man. Where the dad shows up and like, oh, I just want to say I'm proud of you. Oh, or the mom for that matter. Shout out to Ken Rose. Appreciate you. Happy V-Day Ninja. Shout out to you, brother. Larry C. Hey, coach. He says, here's a little over 10,000 colognes to put towards the Latina Bonitas tonight. He says, if you see a chancla in her hand, though, he says, you better run. Shout out to you and shout out to the coach gang. Shout out to these women and they chanclas. They're showing up. They're showing up with not chanclas on. All right. They don't have nice shoes on, though. I'm going to tell you that. All right. Miles says, is it safe to say that in today's time that if you trust these modern women, you're setting yourself up for any heartbreak? There are no incentives for women to stay in relationships. The barbarian and the woolly mammoth are non-existent. When women's nature is uncontrolled, it crumbles society. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, even in Costa Rica, I'm hearing that. Well, I went to a Costa Rican place yesterday, entertainment venue, and it wasn't a lot of dates there. There were women, tables full of women, all right, a couple of dates and tables full of dudes. You know, you're conceding that relationships are pretty much not necessary in the way they used to be. Thus, people don't pursue them as much. Like, people still want relationships and connections and sex and that stuff. But now women have other options. Since they have other options, then they don't have to be loyal and faithful, if you will. Yeah, they don't have to play that game. And, you know, I don't know. That's the world we live in. for sure. That's the world we live in. There's no incentive for women to be faithful anymore. There's, I think I told you the story about how England got established in the Catholicism and Christianity came through England, and they established the marital contract. The marital contract was essentially, you're getting your ass kicked out here by the barbarians and the Visigoths and the Prussians and the Russians and the Roman Empire. Do you want to continue to get your clock clean? Women, do you want to continue to get raped and pillaged? No. Okay. But women today are virtually safe wherever they go. In fact, when I was I'm in Costa Rica now, they'll tell you, oh, don't walk down the street in Costa Rica. Be safe in Costa Rica. They'll tell you that in Brazil. Don't walk down the street. They'll run up on you and take your phone. But I was outside and there were women just walking around, right? Now, if Costa Rica was bad, women would not be walking around. Okay, they wouldn't be walking around, but they were walking around, going place to place to place. I was like, shit, if they could walk around and be free and safe, I'm pretty sure it's safe. Wherever women are walking and roaming free. Whenever you see white women jogging in their ponytail just bopping, okay, pushing a buggy stroller, it's a safe community. So, you know what I mean? He says it's not that bad except for downtown San Jose, which I was at this morning. I had some video. All right, I was there. All right, but I was there in the morning, so I didn't get the bullshit. Shout out to our brother here. Don Lola says, happy Friday, coach. Why don't black women clean up their image and go for white women? Big country mama could cure the country's problems one young incel at a time. Big old country mama. All right, boy, oh boy. I probably would want to whack at that big country mama one time. I know it's going to stink. The room going to stink. But you bring up an interesting question. Okay. All right. You bring up an interesting question, which I've always said, and even a woman has said this. Why aren't people flying in to the Western Hemisphere to marry and fornicate with the available single women that are here? Why aren't they flying in, all of the women in poverty, and particularly the black women in poverty or the Latino women in poverty? You would think that the amount of people travel around the world for intimacy, love, and relationships, you don't see that many people flying into the United States. Namely because our palate, what we desire as things people from other countries could not afford. So obviously 70% of the world couldn't fly in here, period, to the United States. Then you tack on the people who have money. They're not doing it except Prince Harry. Prince Harry is doing it. But the other reason why is that American women as a whole, as a group, tends to be not as appealing as they might believe, right? For men that don't have abundance, you don't understand that American women aren't that top of the top, cream of the crop. They're not. Now, there are some in certain areas, but once you start traveling, and you'll realize, like, there's better looking women everywhere with better attitudes. Even the fat ones out here in Costa Rica are probably better. Right? But it's harder. It's harder. So you don't have that appeal. So you're asking why black women don't clean themselves, act up, and go for white men. Well, number one, white men mostly date within their race. So that wouldn't be a demographic. 90% of them date and marry white women in America. All right. Number two, if there was an appeal for black women, they relatively are cheap to borrow, rent, or lease, and then sit back to the bottoms, which does happen. Look up the DJ Pope in South Carolina. You can just simply rent them at a low price, or you can hire them at a job and maybe have a relationship with one and help that single mother raise her son. Number three, white men like young women. Okay. So they don't like older women typically. When a white man is looking for a partner to marry, they're going to probably catch her when she's young. Thus, that the women that you're talking about would have to realize that at a young age, not when they're older. So there's that. And they typically don't like big women, white men, unless they're poor. They got a red neck, big old woolly beard. Those men like big women. But if you're talking about a guy that's going to raise her class and standard, the woman is going to have to be in shape or close to petite, maybe with a little bubble, but she's going to have to be in shape or small and very, very much of a submissive in nature, which I don't think they would have a problem. Black women can be submissive to whoever they need to for the right reason, but they cannot be large. So that eliminates damn near 70% of them right off the rip. So petite, young, willing to be submissive for the right reason, and willing to assimilate in the culture. Yeah, I mean, they're shit out of luck. Right? By the time they catch on, it's too late. I hear a sister be like, I'm going to just go get me a white man. Where are you going to get one? What community are you going to go to? Name one. You don't even know. You don't even know where to get you one. All right. Anyway, and white men are not monogamous. White men are not monogamous. Only goofy white dudes are monogamous. If they got a high class white dude, you can damn sure bet he's slanging that little chorizo all across the world. Right. And so white men have the most horrendous fetishes you can ever imagine. Horrendous. Like, these white dudes come up with the wildest sex shit. All right. They come up with the wildest, like this shit you see on the internet is the you know who wishes and the white men. They come up with the wildest shit. They have degradation on their mind, like violent degradation. Like, they want you to throw up on it. You know what I mean? They want to grab all kind of tools and cuck themselves out and lap up another ninja's. Yeah. Disturbing, degenerate fetishes. Not only they're going to do them on their black wife, they're also going to go around the world and pounce and do these degrading fetishes on other women while married to that black woman. So with that being said, how many sisters are going to go for that? They'll go for it. Right. Anyway, them ninjas, them white dudes got the most disturbing fetishes of all time. They will think of the most crazy, unimaginative things they could do to a woman and do them on their wife or someone else. So I don't know a lot of black women want to get dookied on by their husbands, but they're like, I'm going to go get me a white man. Okay, you like to get dookied on? Because they'll do it. They'll dookie on you. They'll dookie on you. Yep, they'll put a dog mask, a gas mask on. They be tying themselves, hanging themselves from rope with a gas mask, trying to finish up white dudes. That's what they do. Yep, slave play. White dudes can't have missionary. You know what I mean? Because they got 5-stroke specialists. They can't last for very long. So they got to think of some wild shit to do. And so, sisters, you want you a white man, be prepared for him to whip you like a slave. Get over here, you mammy, Jezebel ass. Come here. What's your name? Now, your name ain't Sasquisha. Your name is Mammy. All right. Be prepared for that shit. Be prepared. Your name is Mammy. And then walk me around in the leash, Mammy. And then let me suckle on your nipple like they used to do in the slave days. White dudes. Yeah. They'll do it. These sisters ain't ready for these wild ass fetishes. So be careful. Be careful. It's a thing. That's why they ain't going there. Anyway. Corey says, much love, coach. Enjoy yourself in Costa Rica. Shout out to the coach gang. That's our brother Corey from the 392 in the building. Shout out to you. Let me get back to the show. Let me get back to this part of the show. Okay. It's an evil world we live in. How much time I got? Let me see. Somebody's supposed to be coming over here at 1. Let me see if she acknowledged herself. No, she hasn't. I guess she's quiet. She ain't coming over at 1. Good. All right. That's an extra wholesale savings cost I got. All right. It's an evil world we live in. All right. What are we doing here? We got, for Valentine's Day. Remember these things we used to talk about here where we said work husbands and play husbands and homies that I went to school with. And people were like, you're that insecure. You're that insecure. You're controlling. You're insecure. We talk about girls' nights out. We talk about this work husband thing. Apparently, Hallmark they have a card here. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the degradation arsenal. Guys, Larry Bird is not walking through that door, fam. Kevin McHale is not walking through that door, and Robert Parrish is not walking through that door. And if they do, they're going to be gray and old. Guys, work wife, work husband, Valentine's Day's cards. Ring the bell. All right, ring the bell, guys. This is where we're going. I'm telling you, we're going more poly. Our lifestyle is not coming back for the majority of the remaining single people. We're just going to share each other. Why do we got work wife, work husband, Valentine's Day's cards? Imagine you're married and your husband or wife comes home and he's gotten a Valentine's Day card. Imagine you receiving this card. But if you know, this is a sexual harassment case built in. This is a leap over the degradation of our relationships in society. It's gone. Send it. This is bad, man. Look, we talked about these things. We joked about them, and now they're a part of culture. And now we got work husband and work wife Valentine's Day's card. Hey, good luck. I finally found something just as inappropriate. Good luck out here, guys. Good luck. I mean, people say, "Oh, you guys are tripping." Look, traditionalism is dead, man. There's really no need for it. The only reason women were in traditional relationships is because they needed it. There was a need for it. It's not because they wanted it. Like, this is what men have to understand. Now that women have options, this is feminism, by the way. I don't want to hear it. Now that women have options to explore, we're seeing the results. This is the results. Women in the workplace, these are the results. There's always a collateral damage. There's always a trade-off. Now, women in the workplace 70 years ago, now we have this. See, without women in the workplace, you don't have this. But now this is where we are. I mean, it's crazy. All right. Yeah, man. Because somebody's going to buy one. Somebody's going to buy one. And then, listen, this is the first year. You know, they're going to be here for multiple years. They ain't going away. Soon as Hallmark sees that someone bought one, they're just going to keep putting them out and keep putting them out. Damn. Good luck out here. Even the woman was like, thumbs down. All right. So anyway, we got the main event. I thought we would share that evil world right there, but we got the main event. Let me take this down. And I need to go ahead and do this live. What is the main event topic? All right. Men knowing their worth. All right. Can we do it live? Okay. Men knowing. I'm typing like I did in college. One hand. Yes. I know. Oh, young people are like, what, coach? You didn't know how to type in college? Well, we had typing class when we were in high school. This is going back to the olden days. Do me a favor, hit that like button. I'm not watching it because I don't have my normal shit going on. How many likes do we have? Almost 1,000. Back in our days, back in the olden days of high school in the 1980s, I started high school in the 1980s, albeit it was 1989. All right. So it was the last year of the 80s. Back in our days, we used to hear things about like this. Computers are going to take over. That's what we used to hear. Computers are going to take over. In our world, computers were like this big. Back in the day, computers were large. There were no laptops. Okay. So computers were a large machine. Even if you had in the 1989, not many people had a computer in their home. That started about 1992, 1993. 1991, 1992. 1989, computers were fucking, the internet didn't exist. It didn't exist for us. It was existing for the military, but we didn't have it. So, you know, back then they would be like, you're going to have to learn how to type one of these days because computers are going to take over. We were like, computers are going to take over. Yeah, right. All right. And then computers take over. They did. They end up taking over. Just like today, you guys hear AI is going to take over. Oh, yeah, it's going to take over. It'll take over. Just give it 15 or 20 years and it'll be normal. Okay. Everybody will be having it and doing it. So which means in effect, when I had typing class, we typed on a typewriter. Okay. We typed on a typewriter. We had typing class in the 9th grade. We walked in and it was like, that's what typing class sounded like. We typed on a damn, not a keyboard, but a fucking typewriter. That was our typing class. We didn't even have a computer. It was just typewriter. And you made a mistake, nigga. Oh, you had to get the white out. You had to get the white out. White that shit out. This is 1989 typing class. All right. That's how old I am. We didn't have computers in typing class. We had a fucking typewriter. Right. So, yep. That's what we typed on in typing class. And boy, did that suck. All right. That was so demoralizing. You make a mistake. Oh, you couldn't just delete. Delete. Not even a word processor, a typewriter. You had to get that little ribbon and put it in there, that little blue ribbon, and then type over it with the type you made a mistake on, pull it out. Right. Yeah. That shit was demoralizing, degrading. I'm like, I hate typing. All right. So what did I do? I went all through high school learning how to type with one hand, pecking it, peck. All right. And sitting there typing. By that time, computers had come along. By the time I graduated high school, computers were in full effect. All right. So, you know, a difference of 4 years from the beginning of high school to the end, how computers were not the norm to where computers were starting to become normal. 4 years. 4 fucking years. All right. And then by the time I'm middle way through college, you had to have an email. All right. So emails, the teachers were like, hey, you need to have an email. The fuck? Email. All right. Why do we need an email? Oh, we're going to, email's the future. We're going to send all of our homework assignments to your email. We're like, man, fuck that shit. So they were giving us extra credit for getting an email address in college. This was 1995, 1994, 1995. They were like, you're going to need an email address. They were like, as soon as you get your email address, bring it back to us. We'll give you extra credit. They were like encouraging us to get an email address. We're like, oh my God, these fucking guys. All right. So anyway, that's how old I am, guys. And then when I'm telling you things, when they say things are going to take over, it's going to take over. It's going to be new to you and it's going to seem unnecessary. But 15 years later, maybe 10 years later, it's going to be reality. So, anyway, then I said, I better learn how to type on this fucking computer. So this pecking thing is making these term papers take forever. All right. So then I learned how to type in college. All right. So anyway, taking you back to memory lane, but let's get to the main event. Let me see here. Men knowing their worth. We have a video of a woman that says, men are choosing themselves lately. I think this woman is possibly from South Africa. Maybe I'm mixing up the video. But the main event here, check out this video. Men are choosing themselves lately.
You guys, men are choosing themselves this year. No one is tolerating my bullshit, and it's stressing me out. It's stressing me out because who gave them the rundown? Who gave them the rundown? Where's the effort? Where's the effort? Like, why is no one begging me? Where's how dare you know your worth? Like, what? I don't know. This was not in my bingo cards of 2025. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's not in my cards. You guys, men are choosing themselves this year.
All right. I wish I had my sound effects for this. Gotcha, bitch. All right. The normies, it takes them a long time to catch up. And shout out to all of our people in this space that have been here, that are alive and dead. The people that have put in this work and laid down the foundation of what we see the normie class realizing today in the dating marketplace. You have to understand, this was not overnight process. She said they're choosing themselves in 2025. Ma'am, I wrote my book, The Free Agent Lifestyle, in 2018. This is how far people are behind. And I'm in the second wave of the manosphere. I'm not even in the first wave. I'm at the second wave of the manosphere. So there were men way before me that were laying down this foundation for men to wake up. that really started around 2012 into 2015. Okay, I came into this space in 2015, so I'm a 10-year vet. Men have figured this shit out. So it only took a small amount of men to remove themselves, aka the MGTOWs, the free agents, the men who went SYSBM. I remember Lion of MGTOW. That was a legendary guy to me. He sounded like Tony the Tiger. He used to watch me. I don't know if he watches me anymore. Lion of man, he used to have some great videos. That was back in 2017, 2018. We've been on this, but the normies are starting to catch up. And we told you, once the normies catch up, it's going to be curtains for a lot of people, because even men that aren't manosphere or red pill, they have the message, right? They've already seen a couple of my videos. They seen Kevin Samuels. They seen Minister Jap. They seen everybody already, at least once. They seen us on Instagram. I haven't got recognized in Costa Rica, but I've got recognized everywhere I go. Even in Brazil, I was recognized. So people around the world got this. Now normal men that don't claim to be a part of any space, they got it, and they're able to win and go, we don't need relationships, right? Just like women say they don't need no man, which is a bluff. They do need one. They would desire one. They just want one they control, one they can control. But, men watch me by the thousands, right? By the thousands, and they're not even associated with this space. They've seen me at least once. Thus, this is the response. It takes a long time, 10 years, and we're going to see this effect going forward for the next 20 years. Trust me. This is my prediction. We're going to see this effect. We're going to need a major pendulum swing to bring back relationships, because what will happen is you'll see the swing happen in the grassroots first. You won't see it. Just like this space where she's finding out men are knowing their worth. They know their value. They're not committing. All right. They're going to play video games and jerk off. The same thing will happen is if the pendulum swings is going to be in the grassroots, which could be happening right now. We don't know. The pendulum could be starting to swing now, where it goes back to traditionalism, but it'll take another 10, 15 years for the masses to pick it up. So let's just say for me, I just start swinging the pendulum today. And I say, you know what, guys, now that we got the leverage now and the laws have changed, let's go back to traditionalism and make these women blah, blah, blah. Just as an example, guess what would happen? It would take 15 years for that pendulum to aggressively swing, because first of all, my audience would all have to accept it. Then they would all have to start making their change, and it would take 15 years. So an example of what she's talking about, it took 15 years for her to get to 2025 and go, men are choosing themselves. What happened? And then she says, who clued them in? Who figured it out? Who told them? What do you mean who told them? You could list thousands of men that have told these men what was up. And you could probably include 20 women in that conversation, because there's women producing red pill content and becoming very, very developing large followings. And men like when women deliver the content, especially normie men. So normie men will follow these women by the thousands, normally because they're simps. They're trying to fuck. Right? You have a sister like that? You have a sister that thinks like you? These men can't see that. They're not strong enough to look at these women, because you guys will share these videos with me. I'm like, I ain't playing that bitch on my stream. Right? But yeah, somebody said Shahrazad Ali. She was back in the 80s trying to warn these. She was trying to warn these sisters. And it ain't just the sisters, it's women across the board. What they're looking for are men that are foolish, that are unaware. That's what they're looking for. They're not saying CGA. How can we get CGA to not think about himself first? They're not talking about me. They're not talking about you. Who they're talking about is these guys. Okay. They want goofies. They want some niggas. They want just these type of dudes. Okay. This is what they want. Like guys that are clueless, dumb, gullible, sucker for love, goofy, just happy to be there, just happy to get a little bit of stank on their finger. Larry's, Mitch's. That's what they want. That's what they want. And there's just not an ample supply of Mitch's, stepdaddy niggas like Boyce Watkins, like let's change the community one stepdaddy at a time. That's what they're wanting. That's who they're missing. So when they say who clued them in, they're not talking about they're talking about me cluing you in. That's what they're talking about. So the reality is, and this woman is showing you guys that stuff that I talk about is very real. They're like, why can't we get over on these niggas again? Why can't we get over on them? They used to be stupid. There's less stupid guys. There's less stupid guys out here. Listen to what she's saying. She's not saying, how comes these guys don't want relationships? She said they're choosing themselves. What did we do wrong, ladies?
No one is tolerating my bullshit, and it's stressing me out.
No one's tolerating the bullshit, and it's stressing me out. She didn't say these men are not loyal anymore, or these men don't know what love is, and let me show them. I want to know what love is. I want you to show me. They're not saying that. They're saying they ain't going for my bullshit. Like there's a meme that I saw. Of, I don't know, I think it was a young black woman or an old, I can't remember who the woman is. She was like, man, dating men in their 30s. She was kind of hinting at sugar daddy type guys. But she says dating men that are over 30, she says it's not for the faint at heart. You literally go from, can I help you pay your rent, to you blocked in one day. And that's the truth, because you can't have this and then come in with the bullshit, because men over 35 ain't got no patience. They're like, okay, you don't want to do, block. Right. So they go from having what they want and then the next day block. And you will find yourself like that with a brother like me. Oh, you don't, because I look at it as you don't realize who you got in front of me or in you. You don't realize who you got in front of you. Like I'm literally your answer. All right. I'm your answer to all your problems that you've been manifesting. And I will block your monkey ass if you think you're going to treat me like some other nigga. You don't do it. Don't do it. I know I look like another ninja, but I'm not. You don't know what these dollar signs looking like. You don't know what this projected income looking like in 10 years. I know you think you do, but you don't. Block, bitch. Right? And next one up. So this woman is like, who's up? Wait a minute. They're not going for bullshit no more. They're not listening to me anymore. No, we're not. Because I thought women were the prize. This woman is saying clearly not.
It's stressing me out because who gave them the rundown?
This woman's definitely from, it sounds like South Africa. Who gave them the rundown? Who told them? Who told them about our manipulative games? Who told us about our bullshit? Who told them that the biggest manipulators on the dating marketplace are these women, not the hoes? Because we really had to expand the red pill or the message, because a lot of guys were focusing on hoes and sluts, and our moral society is decaying. And I'm like, you're focusing on the wrong women. We know who 304s are. We know who the sluts are. We are happy to know who they are. In fact, they're more honest than the predatory women right there. The predatory women is who's getting us. Not the hoes. It's the woman that wasn't a hoe and said she wasn't a hoe. Then you found out she was a hoe. Those were the women that got us. Who gave us the rundown? Who gave men the rundown, she said. This person right here is finding out the hard way. What did I tell you? By the way, what did CGA used to tell you? I said, women have foreplays. I said, they're like in the movie Remember the Titans. Remember the Titans? They had the coach. He was the black coach, came in and coached the integrated school. They gave the coaching job to the black guy. And they were going to hope he loses so they can get the white coach back in. And the white coach was one of these, visor, one of these, what they call whiz kid coaches. They're going to run all these plays and run circles over you on the field. Well, the black coach in the video, Remember the Titans, Denzel Washington portrayed him. They only had 4 plays. 4 plays. Remember? They basically were running with like what looked like the wishbone or the option. They had 4 plays. And then the white coach was like, man, this the playbook? You know, he's a Wig Kids visor guy. We're going to run all these plays and spread offense and trip rights, and we're going to do all this shit. Nah, bro. He confronted the black coaches, was like, we only got 4 plays. Yep, that's all you need. All you need is to be able to snap the ball, pitch. Coach Boone, pitch it right, pitch it left. That's the fucking game. That's what we're going to do. We're going to fake pitch, and we're going to pitch it over here. That's what we're going to do. 4 fucking plays. I remember watching that movie, and I came back to my live stream, and I said, women, you guys have to remember, sometimes I'm inspired by movies or some shit that I say, and I'm going to make that message my message. So that inspired me to say, women got 4 plays, bro. They only got 4 plays. They're like Coach Boone. Women will run 4 plays on you. Play 1, play 2, play 3. And once they know play 4 ain't going to work, they will abandon ship. They don't try to run another play. They basically try to run the same 4 plays on every guy they meet. And then as soon as they see the next play ain't going to work, they just go to the next guy. Okay? As soon as you tell them to get out of their comfort zone, they won't do it. So coochie games don't going to work with a man with options. So once they see the man got options, she's going to dip. All right, I ain't going to be able to get him. That's basically what she's saying. Right here. That's all, basically what she's saying. I can't run this goofy game on these guys no more. And as soon as that happens, when the guy says, oh, baby, I don't have to put up with your bullshit, she gone. She don't try to become a better woman. She don't try to take instruction. She don't try to become a better woman. She don't try to do something different. She just takes the same Coach Boone for a play. She does like this. I remember this was my analogy. She takes the playbook out. She blows dust off of it. Gets back into the game. Play 1, play 2, play 3, abandon. They move on to the next goofy where they try to find a goofy. That's all they do. Soon as it don't work no more, then they jump on the internet. What's wrong with these guys? Why they ain't going for the bullshit? I gave them 2 pieces of pussy. Now what happened?
Where's the effort? Where's the effort? Like, why is no one begging me? Where's how dare you know your worth? Like,
how dare you know your worth? So there's what we're talking about. How dare you know your worth? How dare you not be a goofy? She can't even explain it. So this is inherently the manipulation that I warned you about. She just basically going on a tangent and a tirade about her not being able to manipulate. And of course, she does like men that know their worth. She just submits, right? She's just going to submit, because when you do know your worth, they just submit. They either run or submit. But what'll happen is they still think you're going to get that golden for JJ, and you're going to stop doing what you want to do and do what she wants. How dare you know your worth? But that means knowing her worth, that means she's got to be in line. You got to listen. One JUCO told me yesterday, she was a Costa Rican chick, nice, young, petite thing. And she was like, I just don't want to be a name on the long list of all these women you have around the world. I was like, baby, don't worry about all that. You ain't got to worry about all that. You're on the list, but that's none of your concern. All I heard was, now, you know, after a couple of beat ups, you're going to be like, I'm just on the list. You're on the list. You're on the list. You're like Chris Jericho. You're on the list. Let's hear these 2 videos here. They're going to sum it up here. We got, 2 videos. We have this woman right here. Post and predate experiences. What? Post and predate expenses. All right. Wait till you see this damn straggle about to appear on your screen in a few seconds here. All right. Here we go right here. Here we go. Post and predate expenses.
Okay, so I just got into my car after going on a date, right? And let me just tell you something. I don't know what the deal is with like men now, but I had told him prior that I will be having pre and post date expenses, and is that okay, and are you going to cover them? And I don't know if he wasn't listening or like what the deal was or whatever, but when I handed him the white envelope, he looked shocked, and then he opened it and it's receipts. Hello, pre post date expenses. Hello, like what kind of females do you be dating? You know what I'm saying? So anyway, so I handed it to him, and he literally looked shocked at me and said, I can't cover this. It was $478 for pre and post date expenses. You asked me on a date, and mind you, we really didn't even have that good a conversation because he was on his phone the whole time, and I have a very strict no phone policy on dates. Hello, you're here to pay attention to me. Look at all the effort that I had to put into going on this date, and now you have a problem with pre and post date expenses? Are you fucking kidding? Okay, so I just got into my car after going on a date, right?
See, gentlemen, this is what I'm telling you, man. They don't realize that the Fixes Minds LLC is in full effect. See, again, the whole thing where people say, Coach, this is nothing new, right? And I say the JUCO is litty, and dudes are like, Coach, this is nothing new. Guys, I know you knew, and I know we knew 5 years ago, 10 years ago. We knew Backpage. We knew, but the regular world doesn't know. And if they do know, they put on blinders and act like they act like they didn't see what they saw, or they act like they don't know anyone. Guys, it's more overt now, but the normies are just catching on. Okay, they're just catching on. Ma'am, I got to ask you something, gentlemen. Again, when I tell you all men pay, she's describing a date. When I say the dating marketplace is monetized, this is another example where you say, no, it's not. And I say, here it is. This woman is on a regular date, but wants to, in her mind, get pre and post date payment for her expenses. Sometimes a woman might say, can you pay for my babysitter? That is an example of the modern monetized dating marketplace where you may be confronted with this expense. You don't have to pay it. But that's an example of the dating marketplace being monetized. And people will act like, no, it's not. No, guys, I can bang a couple of women in Costa Rica for $450, probably 3 or 4. In the United States, that's a good 1 and 1.5 or 2. Guys, there are men that have figured that out. Now, men are still arguing about tricks and traveling tricks. It doesn't matter anymore. These women look at everything they do as an expense that they need to recoup. Whether it's a babysitter, whether it's, they will say, well, my hair treatment costs this, my clothes cost this, my prep costs this, right? They're monetizing themselves to the point where if you wanted to seriously engage in dating, you could seriously look at the JUCO as a viable alternative. You're getting the same thing. And I guarantee you, he didn't even get no punani. He didn't even get no punani. We're not talking about pussy. She literally is charging him for nothing. He got nothing in return. Right? He didn't even get the hit. And she's handing him an envelope full of receipts for pre and post date expenses. When a woman says, can you get my Uber? That's monetized dating. Now, I don't have a problem with it if I know I'm about to hit them cheeks. I mean, that's not, but when it's not, now you're talking about you're paying and not getting anything. This is what I'm talking about when I say the dating marketplace is monetized. People will always argue, well, I don't have to pay it. That means you're choosing not to pay in a dating marketplace. Don't tell me that the marketplace is not monetized, though. You're just saying I don't pay, or I won't pay, or I refuse to pay. That is not the same as the marketplace is not monetized. It is. This is modern dating. Now, the people who are in relationships and marriages, you're good. But should you become divorced, yeah, you're going to meet a broad like this at least once in a week if you're actively dating. Okay. But the entitlement of the modern woman who wants to play games with you guys by saying that you should pay for just her expenses to get ready for a date. I mean, you saw this set up where they start saying hair, makeup, nails, esthetician, facial, vagina waxing, what it costs for a woman to go on a date. Then you guys tried to debunk it without realizing where they were matriculating the ball down the field to this point where they're now going to say you need to pay for these expenses. Now, this is early, but women do have a belief system that this is the case. Before they go out, there was a meme that I saw, and I have to wrap this shit up here. Okay, let me see here. There was a meme that I saw of a young lady. I guess she was saying that she did some date prep. She was doing this date prep where she got ready. Then the guy told her where they were going for the date, and she changed. She took all the makeup off. She took the hair off, and she put her hair back in the bun, put on some pajamas, and showed up in some slides, essentially saying, I'm not going to spend my money and my hard-earned makeup and hair and wigs and treat just to go on a shitty date. She still went on a date, but it was a shitty date. She basically said, I'm not going to try if you're not going to try. That's an example of the mindset of a monetized dating marketplace. Okay. But anyway, this woman is a slag at that. And, you know, this woman, these are the type of people y'all meet on active dating. These are people who are serial dating, active dating. Okay. These are the loudest ones. These are the first ones you match with on Tinder and Bumble. These are the ones that'll tell you, oh, we're going to do this and we're going to have fun. And I'm looking for this and it's going to sound good. You're going to take her out and she's going to fucking pull out an envelope. Right. Oh, my goodness. Pre and post dating experience. Somebody says she's a working girl. I don't think this girl probably has sold some vagina, but I can tell you that this woman tried to date a normie guy. $400 for nothing. $400 for nothing. All right, this is incredible. All right, we also have this woman out here. Again, the predatory women in the dating marketplace of why men are backing out of dating. Let me see if we can pull this up. Okay, last video. Then I'll do the super chats. Okay, so what do I tell you about the predators of the dating marketplace? It is the women that act like they're in high school, but they're 40. Okay, that she can get 1 or 2 and 3 dates and then be like, you know, thank you for the dates and the fun time, but you know, I'm not feeling you. She'll even schedule a vacation with your ass, like you about to get a whole bunch of pussy. And then she will be mad that you're trying to get some vagina from her. I just feel like nothing's there, but can we still go to the Kentucky Derby? Like you're still trying to get a trip, vacation, and restaurants and my attention and time, but you ain't dropped no neck. Can we still go to Costa Rica? I mean, we can still go as friends. All right, so here's an example of this right here of why men are backing away from these type of women and they can't get over on a lot of men anymore. Let's play the video. Here we go.
There was one guy that I dated who was so nice, so cute, took me on the best date, so fun. Like we had fun every single day. We had fun, but I did not feel emotionally connected to him. Like I didn't feel, and it wasn't even that I wasn't attracted to him because he was an attractive guy, but there was just something lacking and I was able to recognize it quickly. You know, I was able to recognize it quickly. And instead of being like, oh, but he's so nice. He's such a nice guy. He treats me so nice. He has money. You know, I don't have to worry about anything with him. This is what we do as women. We talk ourselves in to situations that we genuinely don't want to be in because there's almost like a guilt that you feel when someone's nice to you and treats you great, but you don't feel connected with them, to them in a romantic way. Like as a friend, we could be friends all day, but I just wasn't feeling it. So I had to tell him, you know, that's how I felt because I wanted to be honest. And I felt like, you know, he kind of wanted to push things along and it wasn't fair to him.
Guys, these are the worst women on the dating marketplace by far. But I'd rather have the previous woman pull out receipts. All right. But she's just as shitty. Guys, I don't know what to tell you. These are the worst women on the dating marketplace by far. These are worse than the skeezers and the slags and the whores. These are the ones. And these are the ones that will say they're the good girls. But I'm a good woman. I'm a good person. These are the biggest manipulators of the dating marketplace. These are the ones that you have the worst experiences with. All of your experiences that you can identify that made you disgusted about dating are those women right there. And it ain't even close. It wasn't the slags. It wasn't the 304s or the reformed 304s. By the way, she's probably a reformed 304, right? An old bitch out here dating. Just plain bullshit. It's these women right here that waste your time, waste your money. They don't tell you the truth until they got what they want from the relationship. Right? She got the 3 dates. She got the vacation. Oh, well, I don't know. And I liked you and I think you're attractive. We could be friends all day. Don't you want to be platonic? Don't you want to just have a platonic relationship? After she got what she wanted. After she's got what she's wanted, then she'll bring it up. I had to be honest. After you got what you wanted, then you're honest. See, this is why men are getting out of dating. And women are going, but I'm a nice woman. No, you're the worst women on a dating marketplace. Not even fucking close. There's no one else closer to these women than these women. These are the worst women on the dating marketplace. And they will swear up and down that they're the good ones. What did I do wrong? You were a piece of shit. That's what you did wrong. You said you knew quickly. Let me play this again. She said, I knew rather quickly. So you knew before date 1, 2, 3, and 4. Vacation trip number 1. And you need help with your fucking car getting repossessed. You knew then and there, didn't you? You knew quickly, you said. But then you said we were dating. That means there's multiple dates over multiple series of weeks, possible months. But she says, I knew rather quickly. I'm going to play it again just so you can see it. But these are reformed 304s. She probably a single mom. She probably been married or divorced. So I don't even know nothing about her. But she probably was a 304 20 years ago. 20 years ago. These are tricksters and manipulators. All right. And they just come in here with all that goddamn flowery talk and act like, oh, I wanted to be fair to him after when. Her name is, I don't even know what his name. All right. So here it is. There was this one guy. No, there was probably 20 guys like this. This wasn't one guy. She didn't do this to one guy. She did this to 20 guys. Listen to what she says. Let's break this shit down. There was this one guy.
That I dated who was so nice, so cute.
So nice, so cute. You might as well throw handsome in there. So nice, so cute. Yeah, that's a bad recipe right there, sir. Because if you weren't nice and cute, you would have got them cheeks. Okay. All right. So this one guy I was dating. Dating is multiple. That's over talking. You know, guys, this is talking, dating, dates, lunch, breakfast. This is all kind of shit. Multiple conversations, FaceTiming. This is all kind of shit. This isn't just one date. Okay. Here we go.
Took me on the best date. So fun.
There we go. So, took me on the best date. So fun. So we went to the fucking hot air balloon. You know, he was imaginative. He was thoughtful. He brought flowers. We went to great restaurants. We went here. We went to the events. We went to the front row of the Laker game. Look, the dude gave all this effort. And the other woman said, what happened to effort? Okay, here's some effort. And where did it get you? Nothing. Nothing. He took me on the best dates. And what did it get you? Nothing. So why would a man take women out on good dates? Why doesn't he just go to the JUCO? Why put effort and be nice and adorable and cute and handsome and take you out on good dates to be able to just get used and manipulated? This is why I call these women the worst women on the marketplace. And they don't even know. The sad part is they don't even have a clue. They don't see what they're doing wrong at all. All right, let's continue here.
Like, we had fun. Every single day we had fun. But I did not feel emotionally connected to him.
Okay, if you didn't feel emotionally connected to him, why did you continue to date him? Why? You have to ask yourself why. This is piece of shit behavior, guys. The same would be if a guy would just tell a woman, you know, come over and y'all having great sex and he's saying, I love you and you're the one and he's nutting in you. And then all of a sudden it's like, no, you know, really, I just don't feel you anymore. Or I never felt you anyway. Women will be pissed. Okay. He had money. Let's see. She's going to say he had money. So sorry, my bad. I'm hitting the wrong button. Okay. All right. So fun dates. Obviously, his wallet was open and she was having a party. Here we go.
Didn't feel, and it wasn't even that I wasn't attracted to him because he was an attractive guy, but there was just something lacking, and I was able to recognize it quickly.
There it is, quickly. Okay, what do you talk about quickly? You was able to recognize it quickly. How fast? Was it one date? Was it after the first date? Was it before that? Was it you were just hoping a spark would develop? So you know this guy spent thousands of dollars. We got at least a couple $1,000s spent, and he didn't get them cheeks. She wanted Gloctavius or whatever she wants. You know, she says, I recognize this quickly. However, did that stop you? No. Let's listen to what she says next. It didn't stop her. She continued to manipulate him because she was hoping for the next part.
You know, I was able to recognize it quickly. And instead of being like, oh, but he's so nice. He's such a nice guy. He treats me so nice. He has money. You know, I don't have to worry about anything with him. This is what.
Okay, so this is a guy who is what you would call a top 10% guy. He's a good looking. You know, he probably was short or something. Something was throwing her off. Maybe he was bald. I have no idea. Something was throwing her off. But look, just because a person has everything on paper doesn't mean you're going to connect with him. So he was cute, attractive, nice, had money, but she didn't feel her pussy wet. Her pussy wasn't getting wet. Okay, that's fine. I say that's completely fine, but why string it out? But listen to what she says next. This is going to be the thing that keys you in.
What we do as women, we talk ourselves in to situations that we genuinely don't want to be in, because there's almost like a guilt that you feel when someone's nice to you and treats you great, but you don't feel connected with them, to them in a romantic way. Like as a friend, we could be friends all day.
There you go right there. So again, this is why I don't advise men to be friends with women. Oh, we could be friends all day. What does that mean? We could keep going to the hot air balloon. We could continue to go on these great dates and go into the Kentucky Derby in Costa Rica. All right. But do not push up on me. I ain't giving you no pussy, but I can continue using you. What's the benefit to the man? She even knows that the man wants to be with her sexually, but she's like, we could do this. We could keep it going if you want. Just know there's nothing there, but let's just be friends. Why can't we be friends? 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 Dun, 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 dun. I went to work last night. That bitch don't know what she talking about. Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends? Why can't we be friends, bitch? Why can't we be friends? That bitch thought she was playing me, but I told that bitch to suck on these niggas. Anyway, let's stop. All right. Dun, 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 dun. All right, but she was still, damn, there's like a car on fire out there. Right? In Costa Rica, there's a car on fire. There's a lot. Oh, my goodness. All right. So anyway, I told that bitch she need to act right. Dun, dun, dun. I told that bitch she need to suck on these balls. Why can't we be friends? All right, look. If you think I'm lying, look, I'll show you. You might not be able to see it, but look out there. You see right there where that puff of smoke is? Something's on fire out there. Right? I think there's a car that definitely overheated. Can you see? It's right in the middle of the screen. All right. Somebody car blowing up out there. Hold on. Where's my car sound? All right. Anyway. Costa Rica's wilding out there. Look what this bitch did to my car. Look what this bitch did to my car. I can't stand this hoe. All right, anyway. Let's stop. Anyway, as you can see, when a man doesn't know his worth, he wastes his time on these schizoids, these manipulative women on the dating marketplace. So then when men stop dating, then they start saying, well, what's going on here? Who told them? So guys, don't get out here being used. Let's get to these super chats because I got to go. Face Fact says next they will have wife alimony and child support. What? Oh, he says next they will have work wife alimony and child support. That would be terrible. Face Facts. That would be awful, but you know, they already have palimony, so it could be a thing. Shout out to Mr. Troll to you. Hope everything is going good in the CR. A big problem with society is people are spoiled. He says, never been told no or disciplined at a young age. Parents gave them everything and they never learned to work for it. How do you spoil your kids without them becoming a menace and a headache later? Well, you know, we showed you how some people show their kids, even though they're wealthy, that they have to do things like, you know, they stay away from certain things. They have to practice a certain instrument or play a certain game or sports or do some tutoring or giving back. They have to do that. So you have to teach your kids that, yes, while you are entitled to something or you can get something, I'm giving you something, you have to earn that. But many parents don't do that. So then kids become entitled. They don't get through, they don't make sure they're earning it back. But to be fair, parents don't have a lot of time. Like, just say, for instance, you were giving your kids X, Y, and Z. Like, both parents working makes it almost difficult to become a proper parent. So most times parents are giving their kids something to get them away, to get them to do something. Like, for instance, let me just say this. Damn, this show's going to go crazy. But a lot of parents sign their kids up for activities as a form of babysitting. And then what'll happen is when they do this, they'll say, well, I sacrificed my hard-earned money so you could be a part of this activity. But it's not true. You paid that because this was an easy way substitute for a babysitter so you could be at work. You see what I mean? Like, her mom will be like, I had to work hard, my fingers to the bone, and blah, blah, blah. Well, you chase the father out and you use daycare and activities as daycare, as babysitting. So it's not the same. And then you'll tell the kid that you did this for them when you were doing it for you. You were doing it for your own selfish pursuit. That's why your kid turned out to be selfish piece of shit. You see what I mean? Because they know you were doing it to put them as a babysitter, right? You signed them up so they can stay at the fucking Boys and Girls Club and play after school basketball, all so you can focus on your career. Anyway, I could go off on that all I want, but I think it's very difficult in our world, and we're proving it, for people to be proper parents with both parents working, certainly in a split family, right? So if you have a split family, co-parenting, divorce, and or single mother, single dad, these are the most difficult situations you can put your kid in. Then when you have a two-parent household with both parents working, how the fuck can you raise kids like this? How can you raise kids like this? This is just what we do, is just absolutely despicable. But, you know, people got to do what they got to do. All right. Sheldon says, thanks for all you do, coach. It's my birthday today. He says, treating myself today, but he says, you got some treatment coming through later. Let's boss up. Shout out to you, man. Happy birthday to you. I don't have my sound effects, so I will hit you with the sound effects. You gave me a co-sponsorship, though, man. Shout out to you. Happy birthday to you. All right. On your birthday. Happy birthday to Sheldon. Say happy birthday to Sheldon in the building. Callie West says she was a 304 20 years ago. She's a 304 now. That Beach knew she was not giving him any fresh fish from the get-go. CGA is an example of a man loving his life without the need of a beach. He says free agent lifestyle for life. Not many men can do what I'm doing. Not many men can travel, do what I'm doing without a woman. Right? Oh, the car, hey, dude, it's literally on fire. Holy shit. Look, it's legit on fire. Look, the field is burning. All right, hold up for a second. Let me get the camera here. It is true. The car is on fire. The field is burning right there. I can see flames. All right, we're going to have to fucking evacuate here. All right. These houses about to go bye-bye. All right, these houses about to go bye-bye. All right, this is about to be California and Costa Rica. the fire. All right, who said that shit? Somebody car. Look what this she did to my car. That shit is in fuego, bro. Them flames about to be going. All right, you heard it here first. San Jose, Costa Rica on fire. CGA's live stream. Through the fire. All right. Yeah, I don't see any fire department coming over there, so that's fucking screwed there. That's going up. I think he needed to change his oil. All right. Let me see here. What was I saying? A lot of men can't live the free agent lifestyle. Like, you will live your life for a woman first and fuck it up second. All right, shout out to our brother Mo Martin in the building. He says, thanks for the content, CGA. Appreciate you. And my brother Miles says she likes him right now. She likes him right now. Guys, my woman likes me right now. What does she like you forever? You can't say that. Shout out to our brother Neon Miller in the building. Thank you, brother. Angry little dude. Thanks for Sensei for teaching me to harness my anger. And we're going to have fun out here. The Empire podcast says, can you do a A.R. Curry tribute stream? Oh, an Alan Roger Curry tribute stream. Yes, ARC. I do have some things I want to teach that I learned from him, and I probably want to go through mode 1, 2, and 3, and 4. There are definitely flames out there. So that's interesting. But yes, and Alan Roger Curry, I'm going to probably talk about his mode 1 through 4 so people can understand it. Not necessarily for mode 1, but a lot of us have some mode 3 and 4 behavior that we need to help out. Like, we need to cure that. Shout out to our brother Chris Mack says, I believe Anthony Edwards' main chick is Chief Keef's baby mama. Wow. I think I remember that, which just goes to show you. A lot of you guys are worried about this issue of having leftover women and stuff like this. But, you know, even the celebrities, they're recycled women. Celebrities, I don't care what celebrities, not just rappers and basketball players, even your entertainers and your fucking influencers. These women are all kind of just, but the women that you don't know that they was pass arounds too in their own little space. We're all letting leftovers. We're all getting leftovers. There's nobody getting no new punani out here. Like, there used to be a time where a woman would go, she'll marry this dude, and you could backtrack her to 5 celebrities. Like, remember when Pamela Anderson was like, oh, Sylvester Stallone tried to make me put me in his harem one time. So Sylvester Stallone, when she was first acting, she just first moved to California from Canada. And somebody already tried to have her. And what does she do? Dude. All right. And sometimes you might start off a woman, like, you know, for me, let's just say it's me. I'm an influencer. I start off with a chick. I bring her in and inadvertently raise her marketplace value, give her exposure. That exposure, let's say she attached to me and she was all in my videos. You know, celebrities are coming for her. You know, other dudes are going to slide in her DMs and come for her. Then you'll find that she might, over a period of 10 years, like Kamala Harris, end up going all the way to the top. Then you're going to be like, oh, that was CGA's girl back 10 years ago. So when women say they want mentorship, you're basically just getting them here and they want to go up here. Then they're gonna find a way. I don't care if you're dealing with a woman that deals with celebrity or not. That's kind of their intentions, is to be able to capitalize off of the inadvertent raising of the sexual marketplace associated with a man. When they can't do this, they go for low lives. There's no in between. So yes, this does happen. All right. You'll see this start to happen to YouTubers. So this woman you're saying is his main chick is Chief Keef's baby mama. And then the second woman is Lil Baby's baby mama. Oh my goodness. Shit, damn. He making $200 million and he getting rappers' baby mamas. Whoosh. Yep. Amber Rose is another example of that. All right. And it happens even at our level. Shout out to David in Vegas says, luckily, I was already prepared. Thanks, CGA. All right. We're going to be rooting for you, David. We might have to get you on an interview once the smoke clears. All right. Once the smoke clears, let me check these other sources of support. And I'm mad, man. The air conditioning is not on, so I'm sweating. I'm gonna need a shower. I did have somebody who's supposed to be over here at 1, but let me see. Yeah, good. All right, I didn't hear from her. So on to the next one. Let's see here. Shout out to Macaroni Tony, CGA ain't lying. David Carradine found in Thailand, rope caught around his neck and his member. Ugh, insane story. Yikes. Yeah, them white guy fetishes. And Cornell says, hey, coach, don't be messing with my JUCOs in Costa Rica. It's one of my best kept secrets. I'll be in Rio in April. Do you have any recommendations to start to get JUCOs there? Yes. First of all, just contact Skylar DeRuin. He'll get you started. But if you don't get in touch with him, we can get in touch with me and I can put you in touch with a few people. All right. So DM me or email me and I'll point you to the right direction. All right. Ninjas are like, these guys are despicable. All right. I can point you to the right direction. You're going to be out there having a party. We got some PayPals. And then we'll go ahead and sign off for the weekend. Oh, man, it's Friday. We should be back on Monday. Oh, JUCO stream. I'm going to have to figure out if we're doing Sunday evening or maybe sometime tomorrow. J Flo, I'm surprised my wife with some punk ass roses and chocolate. She went to get a burrito and didn't get me one. Man, wives and Valentine's days ain't shit. He says wives and Valentine's days ain't shit. She already forgot about you. All right, the fire department is on the scene, right, reporting from the helicopter. So now the fire truck has arrived. So it is true that that car was burning in fuego. All right, so they're shutting down traffic. So it was true that a car was burning during my live stream in Costa Rica. All right, so there you go right there. All right, impromptu shit that happens in my live stream. And we got one more, and it's no government name. No government name says, what's up, coach? He says right here, you mentioned something yesterday about Pookie's coming to Costa Rica. He says it won't happen in mass like the DR, Colombia, in Thailand. Costa Rica is called the white man's DR. The cost of JUCO is higher versus the other countries. That is a repellent in itself. I'm a Black American man, and I'm a super minority when I visit. He says it's mostly white and Indian men. Sorry for the long chat, but you're right. All right, there's not any Pookie shit here. And there's not really there's a nightlife here, but it's not like, yeah. So I get what you're saying. The cost of Punani is higher than the DR for sure. And Colombia. It is up there. You can climb up there. Plus, there's a whole lot of factors, but this is not a facilitator for Pookie shit. Like, you can't be down in Costa Rica downtown acting a monkey because the Zona Rojo is right around the corner. Niggas will hem you up. You'll get hemmed up over here. Like doing this shit, you'll get fucking robbed, right? The DR, not so much. DR guys are a little more passive. Certainly in Thailand, they're passive, and in Colombia, they're passive. But Zona Rojo is like right down the street from downtown San Jose. They'll fuck you up. Right? They'll fuck you up. They'll just come around the corner. It's like blocks, like less than a mile away. They'll come over there. All right. So ninjas will come up over here. But yeah, it's not a Pookie destination, but it's litty. It's litty. And there's also, again, like I said, the places, the hotel's already ready for you with the bullshit. Oh, you want to bring a girl in here? That'll be $60. All right, the Hyatt in the hotels will charge you $150 to bring a girl to your room. Okay. So they ain't fucking around, bro. All right. This ain't just gonna let you do Pookie shit here and just come up into a hotel and smash it up and run through holes. All right. You gotta pay for you gotta pay for her to come to your room. All right. They're gonna stop you at the fucking door. That's gonna be a deterrent to niggas and Pookies. They're gonna be like, what? I gotta pay the bitch to come to my room? All right, yep. Because you was already trying to get it for free. But you end up saying, okay, I'll pay. Then you gotta pay to take her up to your stairs. Oh Lord. Yeah, ninjas ain't coming. But I seen a lot of white dudes out here. White dudes be out here. They came out here deep. It was deep. I was the only black guy on the plane. That's when I knew I was going to the right place. Was I only black guy? I was the only black guy on the plane. Leaving from Houston, niggas. Leaving from Houston to Costa. I was the only black guy on the plane. There was no other niggas on the plane. Now, let me just say this in contrast. When I went to the Dominican Republic, there was nothing but ninjas on the plane. From Miami. I was going from Miami to Dominican Republic. There was nothing but ninjas on the plane. That's the difference. That's how big the contrast is. All right. I'm in Houston, Texas, and the only black guy going to Costa Rica. All right. So, yeah, shout out to Big Reed in Philadelphia. I knew I was going with the right people. There are some black people here at my hotel, but they're not pookies by any. I did see some pookie-ish people checking in earlier yesterday. But other than that, they're the only ones. All right. There's nothing. There's this. Anyway. It is an untapped market, and I hope I don't mess it up by talking about it. Actually, you know what? I've actually had just bad experiences here. Do not come here. Do not come here. All right. Shout out to Kamala Harris. Do not come here. It is horrible here. All right. Ninja, stay home. Stay home, please. Do not come here. It's mad expensive, and these women do not treat you right, and they're ugly. All right. They're all ugly. And they don't like black people. All right. I heard they don't like black men at all. Hold up for a second. As a proof, I'll show you right here. Let me do this without giving away too much personal information. I'm going to put this on the screen. I want you to watch this, guys. Watch this. I'm going to put this on the screen. Give me a second here. Okay, hold up. Where is it at? Okay, hold on for a second. I'm gonna put this up. I want y'all to see this. And in order for show, if I show you this, you guys gotta sign up for my Money Minds. I'm sorry, you gotta sign up for Locals live stream. All right, so sign up for Locals. All right, I'm gonna show you what this Costa Rican chick had to say yesterday. Let me see if I can flip it. All right, let me see here. See if I can pull this up. All right. Because otherwise, I don't want to give up the information here. All right. So here we go. I'm going to put this up on the screen. Somebody get ready to screenshot this shit. Sisters, be ready to be mad. All right. This is a nice Latina flatback Supreme. All right. Sign up for Locals. Put the link in. Put the link in the description box. I want y'all to read this right here. All right. You got it right here? Yes, you got a real hair too. All right. I'll show you a video on Locals. All right. So, sisters, y'all better step y'all game up right there. Y'all better step your game. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right. Hey, man. Costa Rica is terrible, y'all. Do not come here, man. It is bad. Do not come here, guys. Oh, by the way, dude, there was no pay. There was no money involved. Listen, she trying to get a boyfriend, though. She trying to get a boyfriend. She trying to give me a long-term sugar daddy. Right? She trying to reel me in. She trying to reel me in, bro. All right. So do not come here. It's bad for black men here. All right. So let me stop. Oh, y'all gotta chill out, man. Y'all gotta. Yes, I'll show you on Locals. Local stream. On Saturday or Sunday's local stream, I'll show you who's saying this. All right. Yeah, she playing the long game. She ain't messing around. Anyway, I gotta go because there's shit to do out here. Shout out to the coach gang. And we'll be back next week. All right. You know what to do, man. All right. Peace.